Oh man, look at this. Look at us. Who would have thought?
We're here.
Who would have
thought?
Remember when Brad used to be a dick to us when we weren't?
Be honest, was I actually a dick?
You were always good to me, except for one time. The time
Me
where
too.
that
Many times.
remember. Oh my God! Wait, do you remember when Steve? We always talk about this.
No,
you know when
yeah.
Steve brought the lady, randomly picked up the lady from the gas station, and then she was punching Brad in the face, and he didn't know what to do, so he grabbed me by the neck and threw me out the gym.
What was her? T Wayne or something?
Yeah, she punched me in the face multiple times. Yeah,
Yeah, and I took it
Well,
from
what
not gonna,
happened?
like,
You took
hit
your anger out on
Steve.
Nick?
no,
He
you
was
know, like,
looking around. He was getting so mad because she was hitting him, and he couldn't do anything. He's like, I can't hit a girl.
Bro,
And
you should actually respect that he hit you instead of her.
Yeah, I do. No, I took it for the team.
and I've
You're
done
right.
stuff like that to you too, where like I'm frustrated and I
Oh
take
my
it out
God!
on
Do you remember
you.
when we had the merch thing when everyone's coming? It was Steve had like a meetup in the back, and everyone was coming to the back of your gym.
Yeah.
and then I turned the camera.
You filmed that?
I filmed it.
Yeah.
I filmed.
Yeah.
I turned. I'm like, where's Steiny and Brad? And I turn, and he's going nuts on you, and you're like, okay.
No, it was like Napoleon Dynamite, like when he chokes him from the back of the neck.
Yeah,
And then he put me in a Zoo Culture locker.
there's no lockers there.
Yeah, there was.
Oh wait, there were lockers.
Yeah, you
there.
did stuff
Fuck.
in the locker.
Stuff in the locker. I was like, dude,
I remember
don't
that.
remind me of my high school days.
Yeah, but isn't it interesting how both of you guys have like completely transcended what you were doing before? Because what you were doing before was like you were essentially not everyone's. You weren't anyone's. You were doing a job, but it was all behind the scene. You were kind of Steve's for a little bit. You were just kind of. Now, be honest.
He
You
was
were
trying to be condescending.
no, but he was. I'm not even trying to be mean.
Okay, so some people would say you were his. Some other people would say you were very hardworking.
You
Yeah.
did work very hard.
Everything
and
I
you,
could
you,
do.
You
you
were
s-
a hard worker.
You
I'm
set
not
up a
taking
lot of
that away from
shoots,
you.
and you went really hard. You did go hard.
That was the hardest I've ever gone in my life.
You think harder than now?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
You know, it's interesting you say that because I feel like I remember editing and being in the grind. Like, it's a different grind. Like, you're up at
Exactly.
7 a.m., up all night. You don't stop editing, blah, blah. It's like you're at this grind work. Now it's like, it's still a grind and it's so hard. And, you have to be mentally, physically, everything's like,
Yeah.
it's
I'll
different
tell
than
you
like,
what the major difference is back when we were doing that, the pressure now is way higher than it
Yes.
used to be. So
Yeah.
it's way more pressure.
How much of though that time like that you guys spent that you grinding in a different way helped you now?
I think it was everything.
God.
I learned so much.
Yeah.
Everything was like a learn. I feel like now I look back, I wish I could tell my younger self, like, be patient. You're learning. Like,
Yeah.
you're figuring out. Like, I have so much knowledge of this industry. That,
Yeah.
It's actually probably better to start off like that because you learn everything that people who are just starting would never know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the hood is great.
Well, I can't rock a Nike.
No,
Tech
it's
on
awesome.
here?
No, you look great.
Oh, I
You
can't
actually
rock a
look
Nike
awesome.
Tech on
No,
RAWTALK.
No, you can't.
You're
Absolutely.
serious
You
for
look
that?
so good. You look
You
so
look
I'm sorry.
amazing.
Say, keep
can't
going.
go
I don't
hoodie
want to
Noah
stop
one
you.
time.
You might have
You
to
know-
talk to Central C about it. I don't know. You know, that's his thing now.
Yeah, he claimed that, huh?
Weird,
I've been
weird.
rocking a Nike Tech for 5-6 years. I don't know what that guy's talking about.
He doesn't know old you.
You started it.
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying.
what they're
No, but
saying.
I just think it's cool. Like just genuinely like seeing what you guys have done. I mean this. Like, oh, but I know I fuck with you a ton, obviously. I don't use much stuff. No. With like I fuck
Talk
with you.
shit.
Talk
Oh, yeah.
like belittle because he's small and like kind of annoying
You can talk shit
sometimes
to
and
me
like
too, man.
ugly. And it's like I talk bad
Dude,
about
okay,
him.
wait. I am not ugly.
No, sorry, I meant like just like not normal. Like
good-looking
he's
guy.
really attractive in comparison to you. It's like kind of like
Oh, so now you're trying to throw shade at me?
No,
Crazy
I'm
as
just
fuck.
saying, I was
You
just-
took 2 shots. And
You
I
got a new
talk shit.
girlfriend, though, so that's,
yeah, you got
I'm
a
a
new girl.
good-looking guy.
you're a great looking guy.
You're honestly average.
You like Leo. You're like Leo. I take
you
that
got
back.
really nice
I've got
blue
that a
eyes.
lot.
You got
I've
really
got
nice
that a
blue
lot.
eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You stare deep
Continue
in
with
that.
the bull.
So listen, but I'm just saying, like, I know I'm throwing shade, but it's honestly because I'm trying to tell you guys I'm really proud of both of you for real. And I know I film a lot of content with you,
Yeah.
and I filmed a good amount with you, but like to see where you guys have come is actually really, really dope.
Thank you, Brad.
And I've been in it for so long, and I've seen people come and go. And I remember you specifically when I first met you, and I was like watching you film and like watching you like, I don't know, like be in the mix and then talk to you off camera. I always kind of how I felt about certain other creators in my like, other people that I saw and was like, oh, this person really got it. You always had it. You always had, both of you always had it. And it's just so cool to see how you guys are actually doing it now. Because a lot of people talk about trying to do, but they get caught in like whatever their rut is and whatever they're doing then, and they don't really transgress. They don't really transcend what they're doing. And both of you have really done that. And now you've even experienced situations where, because we talked last time since the pod, where you've had people in your own camp who essentially were doing what you were doing, and kind of like you've experienced the fallouts with people. You've experienced enough of everything. And I know you as well have gone through like certain with, you know, everyone you film with and everyone you filmed with, and, you know, historically. But it's just cool to see. I'm like really proud of you guys, for real. And that's kind of like, that's why I wanted you on this pod right now. Cause like both you guys were in the same situation. Cause I remember from the outside filming content, me being on the front side, seeing you guys the whole time on the backside, and always seeing like that you guys had what it took to really be a part of it for real. And the fact you guys are now doing it, it's just, it's really beautiful. And I just want you guys to know I appreciate you guys for real.
I appreciate you, Brad. Yeah. I really, you know,
how nice of you. That was
that was beautiful. And I really like my whole team. I was talking about this recently with them. Like no one like backed us up or like came in and like, yo, look what these guys are, blah, 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 blah. But you, like, I don't think the audience would understand who I am and where I come from. You told my story. Like your podcast, your platform, you having me on, like told my whole story. And like, I don't think that would have been understood if it wasn't for you.
Well, I appreciate it, but you would have told it regardless over time. But yeah, man, it's just like knowing what it takes, because I've done it for so many years, and then seeing you guys do it, and then watching you guys realize like the downfalls in it from actually doing it, whether it be friendship or like business relationships or just like trying to navigate it all, and then still doing it and still showing up with a smile and still showing up with the energy. Like that's beautiful, because I know personally what it's like to just deal with all the and deal with the people who, you know, they're friends and they're not, and they're business acquaintances.
That's the hardest part. And for me, I think, you know, we've talked about you were there when I've had some tough situations with friendships, because for me, like, bro, I love everyone I do this with and I've done this with, and my team, from the editors to who's ever a part of my team, managers, whatever. It's like, I love them. I really love them. And that's the hardest part. I know I've talked to you about it. It's like, that's the hardest mental thing, is like the people you bring around, you do content with, you talk to on a daily basis, you run ideas by. It's like those relationships are so special, and like that's the hardest thing in this.
Dude, I think it's because we were all homies, like actual friends outside of content.
Yeah.
When we lived in Miami, you feel me? Like it's very rare that you have somebody that you film with that you also hang out with daily off camera, which we all did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's why the whole, whatever you want to call it, blow up, or us doing our own things, like 3 years ago. Actually,
can I comment on that?
Yeah.
I feel like this is something I've noticed. I try to tell myself now that, you know, I'm going through it, like try to enjoy the moment a lot and taking the moment, because I realized like when I just started, it's hard to enjoy the moment, because like, we gotta get this done, we gotta do this, what we have when we get what we go back to is like, I was just enjoying the moment. Like I'd work hard, but we would go to Cancun, and we would go to this trip and this, and like those are moments that we just all enjoyed together, and that's like that was special.
It's weird, man, because like obviously I was on the other side of it the whole time, but I can definitely relate to all my experiences throughout, where even looking back now, like on my blow up and all that stuff that I went through, and you know, transitioning from content to content and what I like to do, there's this weird moment of like exactly what you said, where I miss those days when I was just doing almost, not that I'm not doing what I love now, but not even doing it with the idea that I was going to have something from it. Like I was just doing it because that's what I really loved. Mm-hmm. And then it became something so much more, where then now you have the pressure to be like, I have to do this. This is something I need to do. So watching you guys navigate it is so cool. Because you'll talk to me all the time about, call me, oh, I'm dealing with this. Like nothing crazy, but like it's cool to see you guys like really go through it and build for yourselves. Yeah. Because that's the thing. It's at the same time, like I don't think specifically now in this like industry, as far as like making content, it'd be really hard to succeed like solo. So you have to involve other people, which makes it a lot more rewarding at times, but can be a lot more like I thought this person was there for me. I thought that person was there for me. Like I know you've had fallouts with certain people on your team, and what is that like for you dealing with it? Like, because now you kind of look back on it and go, I wish I had done more of this, or I wish I hadn't done that. Do you have regrets about any of that stuff?
I don't have regrets. You know, I've really come to see that everything is just a part of this journey, and you learn. I don't know, man. Everyone who's I look at my team right now, and I see everyone, they wake up, they grind. This is all they do. This is all they focus on. How can we do better this? I appreciate all the time I've had with everyone on my team.
Yeah.
But it is a weird feeling when, you know, you believe in someone, you want to grow with them, and maybe they don't have the same intentions. And
Yeah.
but Steiny's the one who told me, he's like, Nick, that's the game, bro. Like, you got to realize that. You got to wake up. Like, what was the advice you gave me when?
Which time?
I don't even know if I want to talk about this, but like,
No, just a certain person fell out.
yeah. You know, we had a team member that you knew I was very close with. I love like family, and I feel like things got hard in the channel. I want to pause for one moment.
Yeah.
I think the biggest advice that I've got. So it's crazy. I was Gary V. You obviously know Gary V. We were trying to link up for a while, and I see him in LA at one of his conventions. He's like, "Yo, come through. Like, come meet the guys. Come meet the team. We come through." He was so busy doing like that. I didn't expect to have a second with him, but we passed by and he stops and he's like, "Nick, I gotta just talk to you for a second. I gotta go, but I gotta talk to you for a second." And he's like, "I'm so proud of you. It's so amazing to see what you've done." He's like, "Your biggest challenge in all of this will constantly be on and off. Like, you'll have your highs, you're gonna be up here, but he's like, everything is going to be about when you're right here. What do you'll have these moments of up here, but what are you doing right here?"
Yeah.
And it was like, dude, the eye contact, him telling me these things, I'm just trying to take it in. But that was such a great moment, because ever since him and I had that talk, I always think about, okay, we'll have these great moments. We'll go as hard as we can, but it's going to really matter what you do when you're here. And we had a moment in our career. It comes and goes in YouTube. You have highs, you have lows.
Yeah.
And you're always going to, you just can't stop when you're here. And I feel like we had a moment where we were, for a while, like, oh my God, like, we're homeless. Like, we're actually homeless. Obviously we used it for content, but it was a tough moment. And all around of just like, okay, what are we doing? We have no place to live. We're staying in a motel. We're all sharing beds. And sure, you know, someone quit.
Yeah.
And it was tough to have that. That was like another hit. I'm like, I love this person.
Yeah.
I would do anything for this person. And it kind of with me. And I was like, dude, I thought we were in this forever, no matter what. Like, dude, we're not going down. It's just it's a hard moment. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
But it's okay. And honestly, at the end of the day, that person's happier. And I think they're happy with their decision. I'm happy that they're happy.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy and proud of my team. And I've learned to be comfortable in challenging moments and to try to enjoy those challenging moments. It's not easy. You know, one of my filmers is here, Jason, and he sees the stress. Everyone stresses, but we also enjoy all the great moments together and the great times. The road trips, like the road trips are incredible. It's just, there's going to be hard times, there's going to be good times, and the people who are here right now, I'm so thankful for. And
Do you think though that going through the sort of hard shit, like losing people, or, you know, things not going the way that you think they're going to go, or content not going the way you think it's going to go, does it ever affect the way you move forward as far as like continuing? Does it ever make you feel like, I'm afraid to involve more people, or I'm afraid to like do this a certain way again?
I'll compare it to this. This is the best way I can compare it to. In love, in a relationship, people get their heart
You
broken.
would compare it to love.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, you are that
I would,
guy.
but this is the best way to compare it to. Let's say you get your heart broken. You're in the dumps. Love. I don't ever want a girl again. I'm gonna go fuck. I think that's the wrong way to look at it. You shouldn't push away love, and if there's something great in your life, it's the same way I look at it in business. Like, not everyone's gonna me over. Not everyone's gonna be here with a bad intention. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of great people who want to be a part of what I'm doing, what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I believe in that. And you know what? It happened. I recently got a new producer. He's incredible. His name is Jack. He goes so hard. He believes in it. He's made these videos 10 times better. He's helped the process. He's made it more enjoyable for the viewers. We have new editors, filmers, Jason. We got this kid named Jeannie who's running the clips, who's helping with the streams. And these guys die and live by this make shit happen brand. And if I were to just be like, fuck everybody, I got trust issues, but I would never have these amazing people who've come in, and I have to be willing to trust them. They're my team. They have my back. I have their back, but it might be hard. You might have to go through a process of finding them, but I don't think,
I'm going to tell you two things that I've learned.
Okay.
The first thing is, when we talk about pressure, like how we all do our own things too, right? And you
Yeah.
employ people. So whatever, I have full-time employees, the pressure of making sure they get paid, they have their life, like that fucking
That's a
is
lot.
on.
I think about that 24/7.
That's the only thing I'm thinking about is like, Jesus, I gotta make sure I get my people paid. I gotta make more money so they get taken care of, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing I learned too is like, it's hard to say, but you cannot be afraid to be selfish at certain times. So one thing I had to learn the hard way was like, you got to look at it like this, right? Is somebody else going to put themselves before you? Fuck no, never, right?
I don't know.
And I know you get that. There's a certain time when I used to do that, right? I used to put other people before me. Let me do this for them. Let me do this for them. And they didn't return the favor. And then I was like, you know what? I got to focus on me. I got to make sure I'm taken care of before other people. So I'm not talking about your team specifically, but what I'm saying is like when someone needs to do their own thing or they got to fucking focus on themselves, you have to learn to understand. I get it. At the end of the day, you got your priorities. You want to be your own person. You got to do your own shit. I support you no matter what.
I get that, and
I'm not talking about your team specifically.
No,
I'm just saying in general.
I do agree with you. You know, some situations and when my situation happened, you did tell me that, and I do get that.
You got to ask yourself that, right? When is that other person going to say, hey, there comes a point, right? They've been with you for a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. You've been talking to somebody. When are they ever going to say, hey, I'm going to put this person before me if I have a big opportunity, right? Never.
Yeah, I mean,
never in life.
I don't know,
and that's
bro.
A tough thing to learn.
It's so situational because
you're right.
I don't know how to explain it with my team. Like it's the one thing. It makes me emotional, to be honest, because my team is like a ride or die for each other,
which is amazing.
And it's. I would want anyone on my team who wants something out of what I'm doing. I try to make happen. Like if they want to be on camera, okay, you know, you want to be a person, whatever. You want to do more of this project. I'll try to make it happen. Sure, there is a certain point where you have to be like, okay, we got to do what we got to do. But I've tried to create this atmosphere of like we're like a unit.
How do you do that?
You know what? This is what I'll say. The situation you're talking about, it could have made me. You know, and at one point, it did bring me down. And I did have, you know, some like, yo, fuck this, bro. I've learned blah, blah, blah. But recently, over the past couple months, everyone who's around me is here for a certain reason. They have my back on a friendship side. They have my back on a business side. And they're there for it. And I think it's so important to be there for them back. I don't know. It's just like
it also comes down to how you treat your people too.
But I think you also here's the thing.
Well, real quick, I think you treat your people very well. They're in the loop. They know what's going on. They know why they're there. They know their opportunity. As long as you're clear with that in the beginning, then it's very. I'll say it's easier, right?
Yeah.
So your people know what they're doing. Alex, you talk about your new producer. All these people, they know their role. You guys have this whole community, right, of you guys wanting to build this to the biggest thing. And as long as you treat them well and you keep them together, then you got nothing to worry about.
But that's the whole question that I'm going towards is like, when you get to another moment where it's doing this, how do you keep people engaged? Because that was the question I was originally asking you was like, how are you learning through this where you go, okay, these are the things I need to do to ensure that this doesn't happen?
I think what I learned from that is, why are these people here? That is the why. Because, you know, some people, you got this movement. There's a lot of publicity. People, it goes to their head if they're on camera and they about whatever. Like, why are the people who are here? Why do they want to be here? What motivates them? What's the reasoning behind it? And I have people around me right now who are so passionate about the vision and the brand and what we're doing and how it affects people. And it's finding that it's beautiful. Like their reasoning is like either one, they truly believe in me and want to support me and we have this great friendship, or two, like they want to be a part of this bigger thing that what it's turning into, and how it affects everyone watching.
How do you think it affects everyone watching? Like, why do you think it's so successful?
What are you talking about? His channel? Or?
Yeah, this type of content.
I truly believe that when people watch our videos, they're either motivated to go do what they want to do in their dreams, or they're going through a tough time that is so relatable to tough times that we've gone through, we're going through, or we're going to go through, that we're kind of all in it together. And we are. And that's the community that we're trying to make.
You know what I think is? I think that also when we go back to where we all started, that you could start as a cameraman and then turn something into something you never thought was imaginable, right?
Or as an assistant.
Our story, like, dude,
but wait. But what I'm saying is that not only that, you upload fucking every week for how long?
We've missed 2 weeks, and I think in 112 weeks,
which is fucking incredible, by the way.
It's
and
nuts.
So I think people buy into the work ethic and also your story of where you came from, being like, damn, like if I just get my start, I can turn this into anything. So it's an inspiration type thing.
I think but that's the truth. Like, literally, I'm a regular dude from the Chicago suburbs, Midwest kid, and I really wanted to
You're
do
a fake
this.
Bulls fan, straight up.
All right, guys, quick interruption to the podcast. Huel, complete protein drink, like ready to drink, fats, protein, carbs, vitamins, minerals. It's not one of those like, a lot of people have made protein supplements in the past. There's obviously so many of them and so many to choose from. This is a complete meal, everything you need, so it's effectively as it can be digesting, rather than eating an actual steak, right? For example, right? That's like the best thing you can be getting probably outside of this, except it's way more expensive. And obviously sometimes it's hard to just like whip up a steak first thing in the morning to get like everything you need. So this is a really easy way for you if you guys are like in a rush, or if you're in a hurry and you need like an actual meal. Because this is literally that. You can, and it tastes great. I'm more of a vanilla guy, not a big fan of chocolate flavors at all, really, in any sort of protein stuff. But the vanilla tastes great. The chocolate actually does taste good. And again, I'm not really a big chocolate guy. All right, if you guys want to find Huel, it's really simple. You can find it at GNC. You can find it at Amazon. Obviously, you guys can get it at Huel, which I'd recommend. Go to Huel, HUEL.com right now. Use code RAWTALK and you'll get 15% off plus a free gift. So that kind of beats the other options. But if you also want to get it there, you can get it on Amazon. You can get it on GNC. We'll go to Huel, HUEL.com right now. Use code RAWTALK, 15% off plus a free gift. And I don't think those other places are giving free gifts. And free gifts are pretty nice. If you guys want to give it a shot, I recommend it. I like it. I like the taste. And to be honest, like I'm not just saying it because they're also like paying me. It's actually a good fucking product. So give it a shot. Let's get back into this podcast. And don't be small forever. Make gains. You need food to do that. He will help you out. Let me ask you guys a question, like a personal question, right? Both of you can answer this. How hard do you think it is to maintain friendships in this industry? Real friendships.
I think if you're good to people and it's fine.
Anna.
But don't you think it's like, I guess what I've experienced is like most people are friends because they're like friendly in ways because it's like some sort of benefit to them to be a friend.
I think there's two things. If you're genuinely their friend, you'll do stuff for them. They'll do stuff for you. It's mutual.
Yeah.
I've said one thing. Don't ever get money hungry. Like the money's in my head. The money's gonna come.
Yeah.
We still put everything back in the business. We're still not balling. We're still not. But if money's not your goal, you need to make money. It's a business.
Yeah.
But you can't let that be the number one priority over everything.
Yeah. I think one of the coolest things you've ever done was give that card to your guy who chops the stuff up.
Alex.
That guy's amazing.
Dude, Alex is the fucking
What'd you give him?
Jeep Gladiator.
Fucking
amazing.
Dope car.
He deserves it, bro. That dude is he's been there for me. Like,
do you think this would be what it is without him?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell, dude, that dude has been there for me personally.
Alex is great.
He he's amazing. He like we would go through the videos, the first couple of videos together, and the first video I was like, I'll edit this one. And then we got halfway
For sure
through.
you did.
Yeah.
You're good at that shit.
No,
You
nothing.
can't edit.
Nothing. Nowhere near.
He's pretty good at
Film.
editing.
You can't edit. You can't edit.
No, I
like
just
that.
chop footage. I can't edit.
Okay.
Like not like he can. Like there's certain things I could do, but not like him. We got halfway through the first video. I'm like, all right, bro, you can edit it. And then we sat there for the first couple of videos, and he just picked up the vision so fast. And then as our channel progressed, it was like he got better and better. I'm like, and then he started doing things that like I couldn't even imagine would be possible
That's how
and-
you find a good editor who can edit your style and take the video to the next
Bro,
level.
But how do you really find that?
You know,
it's
what's
so
crazy,
hard
too?
to find.
I know, and I know
it's-
this is off topic, but I played Fortnite with D. Tomaso the other night.
Oh,
He
Fire.
was asking how we all were, and I was like, bro,
I took a call with him the other day.
yeah.
He-
This is
he's
Steve
amazing.
Lewitt's first editor. He is
a gift from God.
fucking believable.
Yeah,
He's
he's
what
good.
he's able to
He's
do.
really good.
But yeah, no, I was just saying, I think that's super important. I think with the friendship stuff, that's the hardest thing to do. And the reason that I consider both you guys friends is because we talk daily.
Yeah.
We talk probably once or twice a week and just like hit each other up off camera. Yo, how you doing? What do you got planned? Like,
Yeah.
And that's so rare, bro.
Yeah.
And
That's what I was kind of asking.
But
'Cause
people don't care about that, which is why I think it's fucked up. Because there's certain creators out there that don't even want that. Like they don't care about real.
Yeah, you
That's
know,
why I was
I look
asking.
at a
That's
lot
why I
of
was
creators. I
asking.
feel like they don't have friends. I
That's-
could never. I don't think I would. Not that I couldn't, but I wouldn't want to do this journey without my team, my friends. Like,
yeah,
dude, that's like the whole point.
absolutely.
And like, you know, when I'm with you or I'm with you, I know you guys are very busy. You guys are doing your things, and we try not to bother each other, whatever. But like, I try to cherish all those moments that we have together because it's like, it's so special. And I you know how you go through phases of life and different did this, and you know, sometimes you gotta do this, and things pass, and you never talk to those people again.
yeah,
I try to look at these moments of me being in this house with my whole team, and I try to wake up in the morning and I'm like, I really want to cherish this phase of life because
sure.
one day, you know, we're all going to be married, and you know, maybe we'll have kids, or this person will go this way and whatever, and you know, I just want to like cherish these moments.
I missed a lot of that. I'm not gonna lie. If I look back on my time and doing it, like I missed like building real friendships. I think the hardest thing for me was always balancing the friendship with the work, because I would always find myself in situations where, like, you know, you expect certain things out of certain people because they're doing a job, and then, you know, either people grow in different directions of what they want to do or how they want to do it. But it is hard. I think maybe for me, it's just a personal thing that I found it hard to maintain the friendships. with people that
I don't
work
know if
with.
this is something you want to talk about, but I know you love Jacob.
I love Jacob,
and I
man.
think that was so special to you.
I miss that guy.
And I think that was one of those friendships that you were like, fuck, like, how do I keep this in my life?
Yeah.
Those are
And
dog.
I don't think you should give up on that. And I don't think he wants to give up. I think he loves you.
Yeah.
And I feel like, dude, I really think that was a special, like, I know that's why, like, when we talked about it at the gym maybe a couple months ago,
Yeah.
I texted him, you texted him, like, bro, that was like,
By the way, Jacob's the only guy who's ever worked for me that didn't try to ride my fucking coattails after the fact.
No,
He's
hell
the
no.
only
a real
motherfucker
dude.
who's ever worked for me
And-
who left
He's
and then
amazing.
did his own thing, like, for real.
And
He's an amazing guy.
He's also the only one that ever turned down a hooker in Cabo.
Yeah. He's a real one. He's also the only one who ever stuck
Remember
a gun
that?
in his mouth and was like,
Remember that?
Joking.
took what in his mouth?
Okay,
Put a
we
gun-
won't even
Yeah,
talk
yeah, yeah.
We will not
Well,
talk
he's
about all that.
crazy.
What are you guys talking about?
no, he was just, he's crazy. He was, these guys were on the fucking doing some crazy shit.
There was no guns or Pop Smoke playing fucking Dior blasting in the background. No gun was involved. We did not.
I have
Jacob's
no
just
idea what's going on.
Jacob's crazy. He's just crazy.
He is crazy.
He's not like, you know, he wasn't actually going to do anything crazy.
Yeah. No,
just-
he's him.
I
He
love,
is.
I love
he
seeing
is-
guys like that are just absolute soldiers.
Jacob
Like
was,
that guy will sit
but
on
he-
a fucking
bro.
floor and then wake up after 3 hours of sleep
that-
and be
no, but
ready
listen-
to fucking go, bro.
But listen, he has, and you know this too. He's there for. That's the thing. He's there for a reason. He has a purpose. He has a dream, and he believed in Brad,
yeah.
and he didn't know when he was gonna get to his dream. But
Bro,
he,
I would go to sleep and then I would wake up and he'd be in the
Absolute
same
I know,
position,
dude.
still editing, and I'd be
He's
like,
fucking
bro, you're a
amazing.
fucking
dude, he was putting out 4
gangster.
YouTube videos a week
He was nuts.
by himself.
I've never.
That guy was putting out three.
Bro.
Was it 3 videos? I think it
Three
was
videos.
Bradley Martin.
And
what was the other channel?
Life of Bradley Martin. He was doing 3 fitness videos. Life of Bradley. So he was doing 4. He was doing 4 videos a week.
A week.
A week.
4 videos a week, filming and editing.
This motherfucker was.
And he
nuts,
comes to Brad
man.
and he says, "Hey, can I just get a couple thousand, like a little raise?" And he
No,
said,
that's not true. I gave him a
Do
raise,
you know the
bro.
opportunity that you have?
No. You're
Do
trolling.
you know the opportunity that you have, sir?
You're trolling. You're
And
trolling.
then he came to me and he was like, "Yo, could you buy me dinner tonight?" I said, "Hell yeah, you're my boy."
Shut the fuck
Yeah, that's how
up.
it went.
I bought him food all the time, you dickhead.
Yeah.
But so, like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm hammered.
How do you find people like you?
You guys need one more.
How do you find people
Last
like
one,
that?
last one.
I'll do it. I don't think he needs to because he got to play soccer later.
Yeah, no. So, one of the biggest things I learned in this process, I told you this the other day too, dude. Is you have to live in the moment, or you're never gonna love this job. We did that video in with the island, you know what I'm talking about?
The indigenous tribe thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like in the moment, you're kind of like, oh man, like this is tough. And then you look back and you're like, bro, that was an unbelievable experience.
Yeah.
That I will never have again. And when I watched that video back, I was like, bro, why were you not more appreciating and living in the moment? And I think that we get too caught up and like we need the content, the camera's rolling, but you're really experiencing something that like you'll never experience again. And you have to start living in those moments or this shit's going to just like, you know what I mean? You're not going to leave here with any memories or anything like that. I know you've had a bunch. I know you've had a bunch.
Ton.
But when I look back at some of this shit and I'm like, even the Bachelor video, right? From where Layla was from.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that was the most fun 5 days I've ever had in my life, you know? And you don't, in the moment, you don't grasp that and appreciate the moment. And we talked about this the other day at Craig's.
I was not at Craig's.
Yeah, you were. Dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, we talked about this, like living in the moment and appreciating everything, or else this shit's not as fun.
Yeah, I'll be honest. You know what's the craziest thing?
Because, and I don't mean to cut you off, Nick, but what I'm going to say is, like, I think that sometimes you're a fucking grinder, you're a hustler, you go crazy. I appreciate that. It's insane.
You know what? I'm going to stop here. You told me, actually, at Craig's, I remember this. You were like, bro, you need to slow down and start enjoying life. And you know what? I appreciate that. But you know what? Can I be real with you? My happy place, my I don't know if you call it escape or like where I'm like the most happy is when I'm doing the video.
Hold on, no. This is what I got to tell you.
Okay.
I felt the same exact way for about 9 years.
Until
and then after
9 years is a long time.
Because I've been doing this for a long time. And then at somewhere around 9 years, I look back and I was like, oh, I didn't actually really appreciate this. I didn't really like. I said the same exact thing, and I would say the same exact thing because people would ask me all the time, like, "Yo, slow down, not slow down and stop, but like slow down and appreciate it, like kind of what you're talking about." And I was exactly the words you just said. Like, I love the not slowing down. Like that's what I enjoyed the most.
Yeah.
That wasn't true though, bro. Because when I look back, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I love working, and that'll forever be a part of me. But when I look back, that was like, damn, there was a lot of moments that I could have slowed down. And I could have just been like more in it than just like next.
I do agree with you. I feel like right now I'm like, I've really been trying to check myself of just enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy. Like I love it. I love doing this and what we have next planned, the world tour and going to this country and all this and everything we have. Like I look forward to it. I love it. I feel like since the day I like was born, sounds crazy, but I love meeting people.
Yeah.
And I love feeding off of people's energy I meet. And you know, this moment turns into this. And it's just it's amazing.
Yeah, no, I agree. But what we're both saying is be in the moment.
Yes. And I'm so glad you guys are
when
saying that because
shit, where are you going? You going to India next?
Nigeria and then South Africa is the first 2 stops.
Yeah. You got to just, bro.
What I'm saying is what
there.
we're both kind of saying and what I really mean is like,
you guys are right. You
look back and you
there's
go,
no shade, by the way.
Yeah, no.
You're a grinder.
No, I'm not taking it like that. I know it's so good to have people to check you and say, enjoy it. Because I feel like there has been times where like, it has been hard to like enjoy because there's pressure and there's stress.
Like, Mexico was the best times of our life.
Yeah.
And in the moment, I wasn't realizing like, yo, this is the best time I've ever had.
It was nuts.
Yeah, I don't want to wake up one day 10 years from now and be like, what the fuck happened?
I was making like $80K a weekend.
Yeah, you were making a lot of money. I was making whatever, but we were having hooker parties.
You were having hooker parties.
I never had a hooker party.
I don't have hooker parties.
I never had a hooker party.
I was never involved in that.
That was just you.
Okay.
You were there.
Yeah, you guys weren't there.
Okay.
Right.
No, I was there, but I wasn't there. But you were there, Johnny Sins and 2 girls. I saw it.
I wasn't a talent at that point. I was a fucking editor. I was grinding.
Dude, there was a lot to go around.
Wasn't it funny how it was like there was that weird you guys were working and we were like, go ahead, fuck off and do that. And then it was like this weird,
bro.
It was a weird dynamic. Sometimes.
I don't think I had the same experience you guys had.
Yeah.
I feel like
but you are now.
Steve was very understanding of what I wanted to do. But when I was with NELK, dude, it was 24/7 grind.
Yeah.
Like, and that was rightfully so.
Yeah, I get
That's how it should be. But
that's what I'm saying. Like where you are now doing it, I'm just saying, like, not stop everything you're doing, but like when you're in South Africa, when you're in wherever you are next,
yes,
take like 30 minutes to just be like, look around and be like, holy shit, and not worry about content, not worry about what you're gonna do next, what bits you're gonna film, and just be like, damn, this is the life I always dreamed of. Because I swear to God, bro, like those moments, those tiny moments will make you love it so much more and put so much more into it.
Bro, I'm telling you, I've recently, and I think I said it on camera too, I think I said one of our life is about moments, because I've recently started, everywhere we go, I try to just stop at some point and look around. That million sub party you were at, and you were at too, thank you for coming so much.
Of course.
I took one.
And I never go out, by the way. I came just for you.
I know.
Straight up.
I know.
Straight up. I came just for you.
Yeah,
guys
me neither.
No.
I never go out.
No, you always go out, motherfucker.
No,
What
you
the
guys
fuck
are
you talking
two
about?
people who do keep up and like constantly are like, yo, good, blah, blah. I see it. I see you guys, whatever. But I did take a moment. I really remember this exact spot I was. It was like by the bar in the back. And I looked at everything going on after we were done like filming the main parts. And I was just like, dude.
Because in a way, all those people were there for you.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. And it's hard to wrap my head around, I think, sometimes still. Like,
that's what I mean by living in the moment, because it's taking those moments to just go, damn, this is bro, your life, it's a crazy life. It's a blessing. It's a massive blessing. And people watching this, all your fans, they probably wish they could live the same life. And
you
how
know
many
what?
of them,
I hope that we can give them that experience and bring them in, show them. I don't know.
but what I'm saying is you can't, you're doing that. That's what you're doing when you're making content. What I'm saying for you is to continue to do it to that level that you want to get to.
Yeah.
You have to appreciate it for yourself. Otherwise you can't keep showing and giving that appreciation so people can see it and feel it. Like if you don't take those moments to appreciate it, at some point it gets dull. That's what I was saying when I was talking about 9 years. I'm doing it for so long that like there was a moment where there's tons of times, of course, I meet people, I talk to people, and I'm grateful for all of that. But I looked back and I was like, damn, I could have appreciated this and loved this more instead of work, grind, next content. Because then it allows you to continue and keep giving that sort of love back out of what you're doing.
You're 100% right. You get wrapped up in all of it, because I've gone through moments of that. Like, it's extreme amount of stress.
Dude,
and
I literally went out last night with Nate Diaz.
I love Nate.
And then
Nate's
the moment
so
I was
sick.
like, yo, brought my bro with me. And he was like, dude, this is the coolest fucking night of my life.
Yeah.
And then it made me think like, yo, dude, this is fucking sick. Like,
Yeah.
one, no one's gonna fuck with me tonight.
Nah.
Like, hell no.
Nah.
They ain't gonna
See, he's a
fucking
street
press
fight
me.
champion. Nate.
Yeah. So part of me was that, but also I was just like, yo, this is so sick. Like I used to fucking watch this guy fight McGregor, and then all of a sudden you're with him hanging out, and it's just like you forget 3 or 4 years ago when you're like, yo, I used to watch this guy, I used to look up to him, and then you're just hanging out with him.
Yeah.
You know?
And Nate's a real dude.
Bro.
Real good
Yeah.
dude.
bro,
Is there anyone that you've come across now making content that you feel the same way about? You're like, damn, this is kind of weird.
I think Logan.
Logan Paul.
Like that was like when I was in Grays Lake, shout out Grays Lake, hometown. I used to bring all my friends out who were trying to make videos. We would go to like the nearby Starbucks, and I would tell them, like, guys, we gotta watch Logan. He's doing this and this, and even how he handled himself through some difficult times in his career. I'm like, so impressive, and Impulsive was so impressive during all that. But
Can I get a Zinni?
Yeah, well, yeah, I got you.
But he was someone I always looked up to, of how he carried himself and how he did his videos and his career and how he leveled up to be this entertainer. When I did that, when I got put in a group message and he hits me up, he's like, Nick, I really want the frat party thing. He wanted to do the frat party video, and he wanted to sign to Prime and make that the thing to sign to Prime. It was just the craziest. I don't think Jason said it. He's right here. He told me after we shot the video, and still now he's like, I don't think you've even processed it yet.
Did Logan hit you up directly?
So I actually just asked Mike, like, what actually happened, as I was with him at the Super Bowl, and he's like, Logan hit me up and he asked to be connected with you, and he wanted to sign you to Prime, and he wanted to do a YouTube video with you. And it was the craziest
Congrats, bro.
moment.
Following my dap up, I like that. Go ahead.
Well, we support. We
I'm
support.
just gonna
You
be
just a
honest,
hater, low key.
dude. It was it was
Fired
beautiful,
the fuck
bro.
up when I saw that.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember telling everyone who I haven't heard from a lot of people who I used to work with. There was people who hit me up and be like, bro, I remember you talking about how much you love him. And there's so many people from my hometown, like, I remember you talking about.
I love Logan. I got to fight him.
Yeah, that
was amazing.
Yeah.
Someone literally told me, I think maybe it was Alex the other night. He was like, Yeah, dude. I remember when we used to be watching TV, and Nick would be like, "Dude, we got to watch the new Impulsive." This is like 3 years
I
ago.
loved Impulsive, bro. I always yes. When we lived at Steve's place, I would ask them, but and here's the thing, bro. I remember sitting in Impulsive, and this is, bro. I don't even give a fuck, man. This is a fan moment for me. Like I'm just like sitting. I'm like, dude, like, don't think about that. This is what you've always dreamed of, and this is a crazy moment for me, and I'm so honored and thankful, dude. I can't even like for him to ask me to be a part of Prime. I literally asked him. I'm like, bro, what the like, dude?
Why aren't you part of Prime?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where's my Prime deal at?
I feel like I should be low key.
Give me in.
Okay, I'm not.
No, but go ahead. No, don't fuck his moment up, bro.
No, it's not. It's fine. It's
Kevin
fine.
Durant, and they were like, "All right, whatever."
I think Kevin Durant's probably a better pick.
No, I think you guys would be great too. You guys.
we were
Kevin Durant's a better pick.
We were
Be
battling.
honest.
Obviously, there's a lot of money in there. We were
Yeah, I think
battling
they
back and forth.
I don't
and
even
then
know
he
it's
was like,
about money.
We're gonna go with Kevin. And I was
Yeah, I think Kevin was a better
All right,
choice.
whatever, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you'd be great too. No, I don't know nothing. It was just amazing, and I'm honored to be.
What does a prime deal look like? Because it's not Logan. It's not Mike's deal. Like Mike, because Mike doesn't have anything still, right? That's the thing.
I don't
That's
know.
shade.
Yeah,
That's shade. I love
know.
Mike.
I
just troll Mike for that. I troll Mike for that. I think he's getting something at the end of the day. I think. I hope so.
Hopefully.
I hope he does.
I hope
I
Mike
hope he
gets
does.
a little 5 M.
Mike should get a few mil for sure at the end of the day.
Yeah, I don't know. They just
I love Mike.
Mike is amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Mike is.
But what does that deal look like? How does that even work?
Yeah, I mean
that too.
I don't know what the fuck. I'm not gonna. It's sure you get. There's a deal.
What he's saying is it like an equity deal or payment?
I can't even. I don't even know what the fuck to say here. But yeah, sure. It's payment. Yeah, it's payment.
Monthly.
It's payment. Yeah, and there's certain deliverables, and then
Can I borrow $50?
you can go borrow $50.
Okay.
Borrow.
Well,
You're never gonna get that back.
Yeah. I'm not gonna pay that. I'll pay you
fine.
back in other
50
ways.
bucks back.
But I think the conversation is like they believe in me, and that was
Yeah.
the coolest thing to me. And they see where we're going, and I'm excited to see what's in the future
Yeah.
with Prime, and there's a lot to come.
Are you
and
gonna go a whole other year with uploading every week?
Here's the thing that's changed now,
Yeah.
as of 3 weeks
When
ago.
are you slowing down? That's the real question. Or are you?
Not slowing down. We'll film every week. It's the day I die. We're gonna keep filming, but I won't put up a video anymore that's not done. That's not a 10 out of 10 video that I want it. Sure, so we've said high production, but I don't think that's the right way to say it. I think if it's a good full video, and if it's not there yet at the end of the week, then we have to wait.
Yeah.
But now that we're doing the world tour, and the world tour starts February 24th officially, we've shot one video in Australia that we haven't released yet, but
You got to let me come on one of those videos.
you should come.
Yeah. Pick some random place.
Yeah, come to some random place.
Okay.
You should come.
How was Leah?
Leah's amazing.
She's been hitting me up
Wait,
too.
this one?
No,
That's Layla.
Layla. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That was
He's
so
hammered.
stressful.
dude.
He's hammered.
I'm a little, yeah.
Leah Halton.
I'm so sorry.
She's been
Oh my
hitting me
God.
up like a lot.
She's been hitting you up.
What has she been saying?
I didn't want to fucking expose. Are we rolling?
Yo, we're rolling. We've been rolling this whole
We're
time.
rolling right now.
What has she been saying?
I have to cut that. No, she's just like, when are you coming to Australia? Like, I'd love
That's
to meet
so cap. You're so loud.
How's that cap?
You're such a fucking
Why do you
troll.
think? Why do you assume that that's cap?
You're just a troll, dude.
Because she
That's
didn't
why.
hit you up. You're all jealous.
No,
as
you're
fuck.
just, I don't give a fuck. You're just a troll.
She hit me up and she's like, "Yo, we got to do this TikTok."
Nah, I
The
feel like
one-
you're trying to take away from his shine right now.
No,
'cause he
it's
just
cool.
did the
No,
video.
no, I'm not trying to take away shit, but she was like the one that you do like the, what was it, Lala Smith,
What's it? What's with the ears?
where you
Yeah, it was-
switch off like dancing in front of the camera.
I don't
How do
know.
you
I don't know
switch
shit.
off?
I don't watch that
we
shit.
did that.
You guys did that.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
You were the alternative. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Did you try to
Should've been
slide?
you. Should've been
Yo,
you.
did you try to slide for real?
No. We have a.
I did a couple times.
Did you see the reaction
No
videos
luck.
where, because like one of her videos, I think is like one of the most viewed videos on
She has
TikTok.
she has 1 billion views on TikTok.
Yeah, and some guy was like, "What did she do?" She just like the camera zoomed in, she smiled.
No, I'm
Good
gonna tell you
looking,
something.
bro.
No. She's a very great girl,
Oh,
but
here we go.
no,
Go ahead.
she has an amazing, charismatic personality, and
No, I bet she's sweet.
she's
By the
sweet.
way, I
She's
would love to
witty.
take her to a seafood dinner.
Okay.
Bro, I thought you had a girl. We just had a whole pod
You-
about
you
you and a
have a-
girl.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Okay.
No,
fine.
she's good, man. She's witty. She's charismatic. But I will say this about Leah, and we talk about friends in the industry, this, blah, blah. I've filmed with a lot of people. We all film. She's someone that I really feel like I'm like, okay, this person cares about me, and she's. I feel like I told her
Careful.
that's my producer.
This is a huge flex right now. I'm not
Careful.
gonna lie.
Okay, and like as a friend,
Okay.
Yeah, very friend.
But do you think guys and girls can really be friends?
Yeah, especially
chance.
in business.
Letting you
Okay,
know
in
now,
business,
if I
in
DM you,
business.
I'm hitting you up. Well, okay.
Yeah.
That's
No,
Steiny's.
I'm
If I'm
specific. I'm
DMing
serious.
you and it's like a non-camera scene, you know what the vibe is, right? Brad, you know what I'm talking about, my boy.
No, dude, I don't do that no more.
Yeah, right.
I gave those
Oh, no
days
more.
up. I
Yeah,
gave those
yeah,
days
No,
up.
it's not like that. Like we have like a lot of, I feel like it's a lot of respect, and she grinds, bro. Like she's very
I
dedicated.
will tell you, there's a lot of girls.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Let him finish his sentence. You're drunk, bro.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think Jesus.
Go ahead.
You talking about sliding in Leah's DMs? How many times? How many times have you hit her up?
A couple times.
Okay,
There you
okay.
go.
I hit her up once.
No, I'm just
But
want
for
to. I just want
content,
to say
I'll be
this.
honest,
She is
clear.
so dedicated to what she's doing, and she's someone I believe is going to be great. And she's in real life very charismatic and has such a great personality. And I think I'm so glad that I get to show some of that on my platform. And
Yeah.
she's a very
Like
very
off
great
camera.
person. Off camera, she is incredible, and she's
Yeah.
very. I think she's someone. This is why I'm like, this is awesome. Is she like? She would be there if something happened. You know what I mean? Like she would care for me. She would want to check in on me. You know what I mean? That's like, I feel like she's a good friend. She really
Yeah.
is someone in the industry. Like, all right, like,
Are you sure you want to say this and keep this on?
yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. No.
No, there's not.
We might talk about this later though.
What do you mean?
Just saying.
What?
I'm just seeing this going a different way.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's very. Is the word platonic? Is that just friend?
Platonic. No,
Yeah.
no, for sure.
It's very platonic.
All right, guys, quick interrupt for the podcast, alphaprogression.com. Check this out. This is an app-based training program, training routine, customized for you. You guys can basically go on there, log in your info of what you need as far as a workout. They'll basically make you a custom workout program. On top of that, you could log your sets, reps. It's almost like some sort of fitness tracker overall for your workouts, so that it kind of keeps track of your progression. It keeps track of your workouts. And it helps you take the guesswork out of your workouts, basically. So you can kind of just follow this. It's a really simple way to do it straight from your phone. Definitely give it a shot. Because a lot of people, they'll set goals and then they're just like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then they show up and they work out and they know a little bit and they show up and they work out and they watch some friends. This will help you sort of curate your workouts all the way throughout the year. So give it a shot. Go to alphaprogression.com/RAWTALK. All the listeners right now, use special person right there behind the camera. 20% off right now. alphaprogression.com/RAWTALK. Take the guesswork out, make it simple, make it easy, all tracked on that app for you. So you can follow, look back, go forward, get new programs, maybe even have to change the goals a little bit. Cause maybe you're like, yo, I want to bulk a little. I don't know. Like, I don't know if you're doing like reverse, summer's coming up, maybe bulk in the summer so you look jacked. I don't know, like a little extra thick on the beach. I don't know, who knows? But if you guys want to give it a shot, go to alphaprogression.com/RAWTALK to get 20% off right now. Let's get back in this podcast. Yo, so okay. Are there any content creators that you really want to make like banger videos with still? Because you did Kai, you got Logan, both at a frat. Like who else is there? I feel like Mr. Beast, dude. You got a
he
Mr.
said
Beast
he
video?
wouldn't go, right?
If you got Mr. Beast at a frat,
It's in the works.
that would be
He said he was-
fucking.
There was a clip, I thought.
Yeah, the clip. It's in the works. I
Do you think you can get him to a frat?
Yeah,
I want to go to a frat
Bro.
party. Me and Brad want to go. Why are we not?
I think.
Actually, I want to go. Brad, do you want to go?
I'll show up.
I really.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like the frat party videos, like I don't want to I don't want to ask anyone. I want people to want to do it. And
Yeah.
If they don't want to do it, I don't want to force them to do
How
it.
long are you gonna do the frat party videos for?
Yeah.
'Cause there
That's
is
a
a
good
shelf
question.
life on that.
Yeah. I mean, here's the funny
You
thing
don't
is
want to be
like,
fucking 40.
Jesus Christ, I'm
You
not
don't want to
40,
be a baby
bro.
boomer and showing up to a frat
here's the
party,
thing.
right?
Everyone thinks like, oh, that's the video. Those videos go the biggest,
Yeah.
and everyone thinks, oh, it's the frat guy. Blah blah blah. We've done like 7 frat videos out of 100.
Yeah.
Some videos.
They just go the most viral.
Yeah, and I think it's a collab. You know, you're doing a collab
Right.
with someone who's very popular and taking them into a different culture, and I think that's the beauty in it. The beauty in the frat videos, why I love them, is you're taking someone who hasn't experienced that culture. Sexy Red was the first one. It was so amazing because you see a culture clash and everyone have a great time. It's
Yeah.
a bunch of different people having a great time that maybe wouldn't be in that culture.
Do you think Mr. Beast would do a video like that?
The reason why I think that'd be so amazing is that's just not him, and that's why it's so
Exactly.
amazing.
Yeah, it would go
Putting
nuts.
someone in the biggest thing is putting someone in a situation they'd never be in.
But that's why it was so respected.
Pure entertainment.
And that's why
gotta go
we
get
get hit up
You're good, bro. Thank you, man. Good to
Love,
see
you're
you.
gonna be great, man.
Yeah,
But that's why it was so loved and respected, and why NLE did it and Kai did it, and you know, we had a whole bunch of people that we started taking girl influencers. We had Sexy Red, but other girl influencers. I think it was because of the culture clash. And you know what? Do I think there's a timeline on it? Sure, but it's not like I'm going there to turn up and party and talk to. I don't talk to girls. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like, you know how frats pay for a rapper to come and perform,
yeah,
or like a DJ to come. We go there for 30 minutes. We bring someone, and you know, I think this YouTube energy, it's something that these kids and these guys and who's ever at the frat are gonna remember for a very long time. Like,
yeah. I mean, there's also
dude, Logan Paul pulling up to Purdue. From what I hear, Purdue, that they don't have that ever, and there's not a lot of big things that happen. They're not a huge party school. They went fucking insane because it's something they're gonna remember for a very long time, and it was fun, and it brought a whole bunch of people together, and it was positive. And you know, having Kai Cenat go to a frat party and do a keg stand and completely buy into this culture that he's not usually accustomed to.
Yeah,
I think that's amazing.
yeah.
And like, for him just to let go and do that, and bro, those kids are gonna remember that forever. He's gonna remember that forever. Like, that's
100%.
It's not, you can't always do that. And that I'm the median and the person who can kind of help bring some people into this that have never experienced it, I think is awesome.
No, it's dope. I mean, and a lot of those people, those guys, whatever, they're like largely a part of the audience that watches all these people. So it's like, it's a cool, like a super surreal moment.
Yeah, and I would never want anyone to do it who doesn't want to do it.
Yeah,
Like, I didn't ask Kai to do it. He saw the Sexy Red video and he wanted to do it, and I was like, dude, let's fucking. Logan wanted to do it.
yeah. So with Mr. Beast, if you were able to do a video, if it wasn't,
I did ask Mr. Beast because that would be,
that'd be nuts,
dude.
But if it's not a frat video, what sort of video could you think you would do with him? It's got to be something with girls. I know he just recently got married, which is dope.
I know, I don't think it'd be something with girls because he's
Married.
or he just proposed. To be honest, I don't know, and I'm not like asking him to do a video. If it happens, and you know, we were told, you know, maybe something with Lunchley will happen, or something with Mr. Beast or whatever, I'm down. Wherever they think is the right fit for them. But I'm kind of just taking it week by week, and I'm excited for what comes with Prime and everything. But right now, dude, I want to go to Puerto Rico and fucking train with Logan. Like, I want to train. Like, I feel like I want to get back into this. Like, I used to be super into it.
Yeah.
And now it's slowly coming back, but I think I got to go with, you know, what opportunities are presented to me through them, and then what I'm passionate about.
How do you navigate what you really want to do? Like,
I think this world tour,
that's what you really want to do.
I studied abroad when I was 20 years old in Budapest, Hungary.
Yeah.
And I traveled every weekend. I hitchhiked all through Israel. I love just being free and experiencing these other cultures. And I think this world tour is exactly that. And our audience loves to, you know, see the girls. The people love when we're meeting girls in other cultures. So like, okay, we're gonna do that. And hopefully, the goal of the end of the world tour is to sign a new girl to make shit happen to our squad.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. And I'm just so excited to visit all these other cultures. And there's a lot of people in other countries that are supporting us. I'm excited to do that. I'm really excited.
What makes you happy that's not content?
Well, I was traveling before the content.
Yeah.
Like, when I was studying abroad, and I think, you know, it's funny because I saw a therapist for like 2 months.
It's good.
Yeah, it is good. And through this, it's so crazy. She wanted to figure out where I was most content and happy. She said, "Where is your happy?" You know, we did this crazy exercise. It's so hard to explain, but at the end of it, dude, it was so weird. Like, I had to close my eyes and imagine all this stuff. I bawled my eyes out uncontrollably for 15 minutes. She pushed me through the whole 15 for 10 minutes. You have your eyes shut, and she's guiding you through to find where your happy place is. And then when I came out of it, I left the session with a therapist in my car. I cried for 15 minutes uncontrollably. And through that, she told me that she's like, I truly believe you're happy and content when you're traveling and moving and going. And it's the weirdest, craziest thing. And she's like, what you're doing in your life is you're trying to see, you're here, you're happy when you're traveling. You're figuring out who can live in this happy bubble while you're in this chaotic life to most people. But for you, it's where you're most calm and where you live comfortably. It's so crazy. And where am I most happy? I'm happy what I'm doing. I really love what I'm doing. And I get it. You have to take it in and enjoy it. I'm working so hard. As I've said that a million times. Like, I think that was like a big, huge reason of going to therapy was like life moves so fast and the phases of life kind of fuck with me of like, dude, I can't believe this is over and this is happening. Like, I think about my family 24/7. I want to be with them, but I'm doing this. And I think what makes me truly emotional is not like being with my family. It makes me sad. But I'm happy traveling and being on the go, and just, I'm so thankful where I am.
Yeah.
Outside of no content being filmed, I love soccer. I play soccer every day. After this, I have 2 games back to back. I hope eventually that we can incorporate soccer in the future of what we're doing with Make Shit Happen.
Sounds like a speed play. Not that you don't love soccer.
Is Speed good at soccer?
I don't know if he's good at soccer, but I
he
know
loves
he's like
it.
a massive fan.
Yeah. I know.
Massive fan.
Oh, I know he is. He's crushing in soccer. I think for me to be truly happy, I have to put content around like what I really love.
Yeah.
And I love soccer.
Who are the people in the industry that you, besides like Logan Paul's, the people that you watched when you were younger that inspired you to sort of get into it and like want to do it? Who are the people that you look at now who are currently in the industry that you go, damn, I like what they're doing. I want to kind of do more things in this regard. And
that's a really good question.
like, who are you seeing on your timeline? Like, what is the content that you're sort of consuming that you're like, that's dope? Not that you're copying it, but like that you're like, oh, this is cool. I could take some inspiration from that. And
this is going to sound insane. I think Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn.
holy shit.
I think
Classic duo.
I think they're a huge inspiration to me. I find a lot of inspiration in rom-coms. I watch a lot of romantic comedies.
Fuck, I hate romantic comedies.
I think they're exactly what I create in my mind. So in my mind, I watch those movies and I like to recreate those storylines and vibes and energy into my vlogs. And I hope to eventually figure out some way to feature them in some kind of
That'd be fucking
rom-com one day.
That'd be crazy.
In our videos, but Wedding Crashers.
Oh my God. Classic.
Zac Efron and oh my God, I'm blanking on his name right now. Who Mike and Dave. Who plays in Mike and Dave? It's Zac Efron and it's Andy. God. I'm gonna tell you something crazy right now. He's the guy on the right. He's so popular.
Oh, that's the guy who was in
Adam Devine.
Is that the guy who was in Righteous Gemstones?
I don't know what that is. He plays in a lot of movies, but
Quick Adam Devine.
You know Adam Devine? Can I tell you guys something crazy? I've never told anyone this.
Yeah, this is the guy who's in Righteous Gemstones. Hilarious.
I've never told anyone this. I had Facebook before I ever moved to LA, before I ever came to LA. I think I was in high school. I used to blow him up on Facebook. I'm not even kidding, on Messenger, and tell him, bro, bro, I'm gonna do what you want to do. I can't wait to meet you one day. And he would respond to me. He responded to me every fucking time.
What
and
the fuck?
And he'd be like, I believe you, bro. He's like, yes. And I would ask him, yo, can I interview you? Can I have like 5 minutes of your time? Just talk to you and pick your brains. I'm busy, blah, blah, doing this.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, man, like whenever I would go back and forth with him for a long time until, I don't know, just fade it out. I'm not going to keep blowing this guy up.
Yeah.
But that's just a crazy thing. But he's so funny. But this like duo friend group, Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn, Zac Efron, Adam Devine, like there's other characters, other rom-coms, like those are like what inspire me to make the YouTube videos I do that are like these travel adventure mission videos. And I feel like that's what I've based a lot of my creative around.
I see.
And I really don't think anyone else is doing that, to be honest.
Definitely not in the vlog space.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of like, I don't know, like my team's like, yo, you gotta start doing trends on TikTok, or you gotta get you should do some things that are like with current events in your YouTube video. And I try sometimes, but I really only know what I know, and I have a vision. I just have my vision, and that's it, and that's how I think. It was like, you ever seen The Internship?
Yeah,
we were in a blender. Now we're saving lives. What? And it's like, we take these even those little comments, we throw them in the YouTube video. But that's where my vision, like, I've watched a million romantic comedies. I was obsessed with them growing up. I've watched every rom-com you can think of, probably.
So funny.
Like, what? I don't know if we can look this up. This is the best rom-com you can ever watch. It's Zac Efron, and I swear to God, how he speaks in certain deep moments is how I know how to capitalize in deep moments happening between, like, the wingman. And look up Zac Efron rom-com. I'm gonna see if it comes up. So sorry. The awkward moment.
The first thing that came up.
This is the best rom-com. It's underrated. The best rom-com of all time is The Awkward Moment. Zac Efron is so incredible. He's an amazing actor, and I'm not just trying to glaze him, but and Miles Teller, he's incredible. How they go about. I didn't even realize it's Michael B. Jordan in this movie.
Yo, what the fuck?
Holy fucking shit.
What year is this? 2014.
This is such. So I really brought this producer, his name's Jack, on because I'm like, I want to perfect the storylining of having people feel what we're feeling in these moments. But there's so many emotions on these trips that we go on that I can't even explain. And sometimes I've watched back and I'm like, are they feeling what we're feeling? Like, there's these connections we make with people, girls, home, like these crazy moments in life that we talk about.
Yeah.
And I want our audience to feel that the way you would feel this. And these kind of movies inspire me.
Let's talk about this for a little bit. The romantic comedy, they call you the lover boy.
Okay.
In regards to that, for what you've experienced as far as like talking to so many different girls and, feeling like what those moments could be like, what do you think are some of the sort of most important moments or most important things for guys to think about or to go towards when they're trying to like approach a girl? Like what are the keys to that? Because that's kind of your thing, right? And you've done it so many times. And I know a lot of guys watching, they probably like a lot of the inspiration, obviously they're stoked on what you're doing with your life. They're stoked that you're succeeding at the level that you are. But I feel like a lot, like the original audience is like, yo, this guy makes me feel inspired enough that I'm going to go talk to that girl.
Yes. I think there's two ideas in guys' head when they're talking to a girl. It's either, oh, I really like this girl. I want to be my girlfriend. I love her. Or I'm whatever, infatuated by her. And there's, I want to hook up with this girl.
Right.
I was single for 7 years in a row, like from college into years living in LA and working with everyone I worked with. There were years I went without talking to girls because I didn't care about that, or there wasn't a girl that I was interested in. I think in the regards of when you should go talk to a girl, or like,
yeah, like what are the, when is it the right time? What are the cues? Like, how do you know you're sort of like going in the right direction?
This might have been said as a joke on our last podcast we did with Steiny, but he said when how he met that girl was he saw her pass him by and he had to go talk to her. I think a lot of the times that I've approached girls or when I've talked to girls is in my mind, I couldn't let that girl go. Like, I couldn't live with, this girl's, who the fuck is this? I can't let her just walk out of here without saying something. I think if you get that feeling,
yeah,
you should go do something about it. And okay, and let's just say it's not random. Let's say, oh, you're in a friend group with her and you don't want to ruin the friend vibe, blah, blah, this, that. I get it. But in my head, I'm like, if this is someone I'm interested in special, like, I could think about this for 5 more years if I wanted to. And what if that? What if that? What if this? But if you're interested, you should go say something. And you should be honest about it. That's how, and I didn't learn this till like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying, oh my God, I know, I don't know shit. But what I do what I've done is if there's a girl in front of me that I'm like, whoa, you're really impressing me, or like I like this, like I'm gonna say it, and I'm just gonna enjoy the moment. I think that's it right there. You get so in your head of like, I gotta pull her, I gotta have her like me, I gotta talk to her. Like, how do you go and just enjoy that moment with a girl? And it's hard, bro. I get so fucking nervous if I like am interested in you.
Yeah.
And my heart races and I'm in my head, I'm sweating. But it's to find out how to really just like connect. And when you connect with a chick you're interested in, it's an amazing thing.
But how are you able to overcome the sort of insecurity or like the fears of it? Like, do
you have to overcome that right away? I think you overcome it by facing it.
Of course. Yeah. That's the answer.
Yeah. Okay,
that's the answer.
That is the answer. I mean, you've seen me fail. You've seen me fail.
Of course.
You've seen me like tweak out.
But isn't it interesting how like even the stuff we were talking about earlier about like living in the moment and us talking from like a business sense, you get that really clearly in the girl sense, you know? But it's the same, obviously, in the business sense. But it really is. I mean, how to make anything how you want it to be, whether it's like you have this goal or this dream in the future, it is by being right here, right now. And people are so afraid to like take the first step. The number one thing that I've realized as I've gotten older, I'm either like, okay, I'm my own worst enemy in every situation, whether it's business, growth, relationships, everything.
I think everyone is at some point.
100%. But it's recognizing that and then going like, all right, but what do I really want? How do I really want my life to be? And are you going to succeed or have that life if you don't go right now where I'm at? This is how I feel, and just just go with it.
I want to comment on this. I think I've overthought every relationship girl-wise in my life.
Yeah.
I think
so have I, man. And I've lost a lot of good relationships because of that.
I already have a thought in my head how I'm going to circle this back, and I'm going to talk to you about this. I've listened to podcasts, listened to motivation. I've tried to find every answer of answering, you know, if I'm with a girl, do I prioritize her? Do I bring her into this world? If I love her, do I just focus on me? Do I just go on the grind? And I've listened to things like, sometimes you got to sacrifice the most crazy things to get what you want. Sometimes you have to make a decision that you won't know is the right decision for years. I've listened to all these podcasts, this motivation thing, whatever. And like what you just said, I've always come back to, if you love being around someone, you should just go with it. But it gets mentally hard. And I really, you know, I'm not criticizing anything. I don't fucking know anything. I go crazy about this stuff all the time. Like, obviously, like, people who watch my content and our content, like, know that, like, I love Skylar and you know, they see me like, you know, talking to her. I'm doing my YouTube, like, oh my God, like this girl, you know, whatever, like all these different crazy factors. But I think when there's someone amazing in your life, in my head, I'm like, well, you gotta stick with that and see what happens. Like,
yeah.
If it goes right, it goes right. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. It's going to play out. But it's so hard to find amazing people sometimes when you're just going. Why would you take that out? But Brad, you are such a deep person and you have such an understanding for people in life. And I know, dude, it's so crazy. I think about you sometimes. Like, you know, because you're someone who's played a big part in my life. I really appreciate you and love you. And I think about, you know, you have a lot of love and you have a deep heart, and I really like, I think about like, man, your love life, and I know you connect well with people, but what do you think it takes for you to find the one? This is a question that I think every guy asks himself.
Yeah.
What is it that like that person needs to be the one for me, and I'm okay with being with them for the rest of my life? I struggle with this too. Everyone struggles with this. Yeah. Everyone, like, you know, especially when we're career oriented, we're competitive, you know, we're on the move. What is it going to take for you to be content with being like, this is the one for me forever?
That's a great question. So the reason why this is so complicated for myself and for so many individuals is because we as humans, right, have had things in our past, whether it's in our childhood or in our, recent past, where we've had sort of situations that have taught us or shown us like either you're not good enough to have it. That's what I struggle with a lot. Like if I'm just saying just straight up directly, I struggle with for a very long time in my life. I'm not trying to get emotional.
No, it's okay. It's a tough thing to talk about.
Yeah, but it's important. I struggled with for a long time, obviously in relationship, starting out in relationship to my father, with feeling like I was good enough to have the things that were good for me. Because I had that situation in my life, and growing up, I would go, damn, this person has this, why can't I have that? Am I not good enough to have that? And that stuck with me for a very long time, I think in a subconscious way, where whether or not I was like consciously doing things to make the situations that I had not work, I was subconsciously doing things that would then obviously consciously, and then it would all happen to not work, right? Because I was afraid to actually have the good things in my life. Like I felt like I was trying to like fill sort of voids in my life with people or with things or with success, that ultimately I needed to forgive myself in relationship to those thoughts that I had as a child, that I wasn't good enough to have, that I wasn't good enough to have a good relationship, that I wasn't good enough to have the sort of life that I always wanted, or that I looked at when I was a child, from a child's perspective, a 6-year-old, saying, why is my life this way? And I look outward and I say, why does that kid, or that guy, or that, why does he have his dad? And why is certain events I'd go to, graduation really stuck out in my mind, like graduating high school and being like, seeing fathers talk to their kids, I'm so proud of you, and being like, damn, I don't have that. I'm not good enough for that. Fuck.
No, man. I appreciate you sharing it.
That obviously happened in my early childhood, and then friendships, business relationships would constantly sort of reinforce and I was doing it to myself. It wasn't like they were just doing it to me, but how things weren't happening the way that I was like, they could happen and it could be good. Like a lot of great things happen to me, don't get me wrong, but a lot of also terrible things happen to me that I look at and I was like, damn, I'm just not good enough to have that. And it would reinforce that I wasn't good enough to have it, so that I would then create sort of self-sabotaging moments for myself to not have it, even though that's what I wanted the most. Because for me, that's what felt normal. So,
no, it's okay. You think that translates?
No, it unequivocally translated to my ability to hold relationships and to allow the good to be good without being like, wait, something else is going to happen here. Like this shouldn't be as good as it is, because that's not my norm. That's not what I'm used to. That's not what I was learned. That's not what I was trained. That's not what I was taught. Because I was taught at a very young age that the things that you want, you could have, but you can't have them. Like they're not supposed to be there for you, because they weren't there for me. And my perspective outward, looking at everyone else having things, it's like kind of like talking about social media today, where it's like everyone looks at everyone else's life, what you have, what I have, what people have, and they don't have them. So they have this scarcity mindset of like, well, I'm not supposed to have them because I don't have them. And then they continue to not have them because they're just adopting that mindset. And that is sort of, whether you're aware of this or not, that intention of what your thoughts every single day are adding to that are going to continue to add to your life in that negative way, whether you're aware of it or not. And so I was doing that for so many years. And then I got so much success in business, so much success in social media. Then I'd have other relationships, friendships, or business sort of relationships that then would fall out. And then I go, well, damn, I'm just not supposed to have these good things. It's not supposed to be good. And I was constantly reminded of that with people that came in and out of my life, took advantage of me, used me, like the fucking, the girl that used me for X amount of years, became a millionaire and said I didn't do enough for her. Like certain, the business relationships that I had where people leveraged me and used me for their own benefit and then threw me to the wayside and treated me like I didn't do shit for them. Like all those moments kept happening. And it's not to say that they just happened to me because they were bad people. It's also happened to me because that's the sort of energy I was bringing into my life, because that's how I felt about myself. So when it comes to relationships, I recognize, and now I figured it out, which I'm very grateful for. It just took the sort of biggest heartbreaks I could ever have in life, in with friends, with business, with relationships, to really get to the moment of like that sobering idea, like, damn, like when you're You're not drunk anymore and you see it exactly for what it is. And you go, this is me. I'm doing this to myself. Because what happened to me doesn't mean that because it happened to me, that has to continue to be my reality. I was allowing it to be that way because even though it was extremely uncomfortable, it was what was regular for me. And I allowed it to keep being my regular because that's what I knew. So a lot of people, they don't recognize that they're doing that to themselves every single day and every little moment. And they're just allowing whatever it is to continue to be their norm because it's weird. Even though it's painful and it hurts, it's regular for you. It's normal. So then you just keep bringing it into your life. And I did that for a very long time. And the reason why I brought up earlier about the whole like looking back or like sitting in the moment and going, oh, my life's fucking amazing. I didn't do a lot of that. And that goes back to the thing we're talking about right now where like, I wasn't going, man, this is really beautiful. This is everything I've sort of like thought would be great in life. And I didn't do that because I was like, go, gotta go forward, gotta get more. Because what I was really doing was like, oh, something else is gonna get fucked up and I know it. So let me go, because I don't have another choice. But looking back now, I always had the choice to go, wait, my life's amazing. My relationship's amazing. I can make this work. I can make this better than I've ever thought it could be. But it's all in hindsight for me now. Now I know, it just took me so many years to get to this point. So with relationships, I lost 2 7-year relationships because I was just going through that motion of like, I don't deserve this. This is too good for me. I'm not good enough to have this. Even though on the front side, with the internet and like social media, what you would have seen for all those years would have been like, man, this he's cool and he's strong and he's big and he's crushing. He's the man or whatever the fuck it was, whatever the love I was receiving. But on the inside, I didn't feel good about myself.
No, it's okay. I think it's real, man. I think you did it. Like it's not like, oh my God, you crashed and burned and never figured it out. You figured it out. And
I just wish I figured it out sooner.
I think everyone does. I'm going through, I'm a little bit younger than you, not that like, we're close, but I feel like I'm going through a time that you're talking about of like, I don't know what the right answer is. Sure, we went through different things as kids, but I hope I'm trying not to make the wrong decision with a lot of different relationships in my life of people that I love, that I'm in business with, dated, who love me. And I get very, 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 very emotional about it. Sometimes I have to take a step out of the chute. Sometimes I got to say, guys, I need a minute, because I love certain people in my life. I'm going through certain things in my life where I'm like, what's the right decision? There's so many people who will weigh in their opinion.
Yeah.
That think this, but when you have someone who loves you in your life, who really, truly loves you and cares about you, that's the rarest shit. I'm telling you, bro, I'm so glad you shared that because everything you just shared, I think so many people are constantly going through. I think there's so many people just like you and me. I don't know if this happened. I don't know if this would happen to you, but 24 hours of the day, it kind of goes through your head.
Oh my God.
Certain relationships, whether it's business, whether it's love, whether it's a girl, because it matters to you. And I understand completely what you're saying about it's comfortable to almost self-sabotage and be on your own and not have someone there for you who loves you. Like I completely, because you've learned to rely on yourself. You've learned that
my whole life, bro.
You'll be okay if you keep pushing forward because that's what you do.
And the fucked up thing is the fucked up thing about this whole conversation is there was another whole aspect of it that was about control. In needing to feel like I needed to be able to not control another person, but I knew that I could control myself. And because I was so focused on being able to like, okay, if I know that I can control myself and I know that I can control where I want to go. The interesting thing was in all these sort of relationships and things.
Where's this going to go?
Yeah, you can't control it. And I also, the thing that I had to recognize was that you can't, and you have to be okay with that. And I had such a hard time like releasing that because part of me in looking at my whole like life, childhood, things that happened to me were out of my control. So then I got to a point where I was old and I was like, oh, I can't control it. And so then I focused so much on that and I developed that so good that I got good at business or making content or moving myself in some direction, that then I just put this whole other side of my life to the wayside. And the thing you said earlier too, I don't know if you said it specifically, but it made me think of this. The number one thing that I've learned in order to like make these right decisions, which sometimes can be the hardest thing in the world to do, is listen to yourself. And what I mean by that is like, there's a voice inside of you, and I don't know where it is exactly. I don't know what it is exactly. Maybe we'll call it your soul. It speaks to you, and it tells you exactly what's really happening. How do you really feel? Like, no, this is like, it'll say things like this. No, I should do this. Or she's the wrong one. Or she's the right one. Trust it. And I didn't listen to that.
I think it's hard to listen to that. Whether it's your family members or an audience or coworkers telling you what you should do and
so
shouldn't
much
do.
Outside input.
There's so much noise that voice inside your heart, your head, your gut gets confusing, and it turns into this spiral of what's right, what's not. Should I be focused on this? Do I even deserve this? I think that's like a constant question that I've even asked myself. Like, do I deserve real love? Should I have real love? Like, it's confusing, and you're a lot like me in the sense that I feel like you truly do care about people who mean a lot to you in your life, and you don't want to hurt anyone, but at the same time, like, you don't want to hurt yourself.
Yeah, I did a lot of that, man. I did a lot of that.
And I'm sorry that happened. It's
not your fault. I learned though, man. I guess I wish I learned sooner, you know? But then again, like that's sort of like trusting in life itself and knowing that like, okay, what is supposed to be. Not that means you just go, oh, I'm not going to make decisions or I'm not going to make moves, but dude, how it's supposed to be is how it's supposed to be. Whether or not you want to accept it or not, like that is also the ultimate truth.
Yeah, and it can happen in 4 years or it can happen right now, whatever. But like, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like, I'm constantly those are the things I'm in my head about, of like some of the relationships in my life. I'm like work related, personally related, family related. It's like,
am I doing the right thing?
Yeah.
Am I making the right choice?
Am I making the right choice?
Yeah. And I really believe it is that voice. It's just hard because it gets convoluted with everyone else's opinion, people on your team, friends, family members, whatever it is. That's why I say taking those moments to go, okay, like away from everything, away from the content, away from the work, whatever it is you do in your life, and go, okay, wait, is this really of me? Is this really deep in my heart, deep in my soul? Is this really what I want? Is this really what's going to make me happy? And being fucking brutally honest with yourself, whether or not you feel like it's going to end up hurting someone else or it's going to hurt for you, you have to listen to that voice, man. Because I can look back on my life also on the business side of things, on the content side of things, and go, I was good at listening to that voice. I was good at listening to like, this is the right move, or this, I shouldn't do this, or I should make this content, or I shouldn't make that, or I was good at doing that in a lot of ways. Now, it wasn't all bad. And I found I was the most happy and I had the most success when I just listened to that.
Can I comment on that?
Yeah.
I am live, breathe, die. My number one priority is my career and these videos. I love them so much. Like, this is what excites me, motivates me, inspires me, what I think about in the fucking shower. And I also can take a step back and say, other things matter too. Other people matter. Their happiness matters. There's people in my life that I truly want to be happy and bring happiness. And it's this battle 24/7 in my head of, okay, I got to do this 24/7. I got to grind, but I got to make time for my family or my girl or this. And it's like,
I didn't do enough of that. That was my problem.
That's my battle. I promise you right now, that's my battle 24/7, is because I remember what it was when I moved to LA and didn't go home for 3 years, really, maybe once or twice a year, and watched my brother and sister look way different than when I left. They just grew up. Yeah. And my brother has a deep voice and he's taller and he's muscular. And I'm like, what happened to this skinny little dude?
Bro,
and it's like,
I'll blow your mind, man. I've seen my mom and I've seen my brother and I've seen my stepdad rarely over the last 15 years, right? I've seen him a good amount, not none at all. I hadn't been home to see the rest of my family for 15 years.
That scared the shit out of you?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like the biggest.
I got there and they were like, what the fuck? And everyone wants to tell me about, oh, we saw that, we saw the things, we saw the interviews, we saw this. And I'm like, damn, like, what the fuck was I doing? I was so caught up for so many years. And it's almost like maybe I like isolated myself on purpose because I was like, okay, I have to do this. I have to figure it out. I have to figure out my life because of maybe the way I looked at like my circumstances or the circumstances that I saw were normal back then, that I was like, okay, I don't want to live this life. But it was a weird, sobering moment when I went back literally this past Christmas. I hadn't been back. I've been home, but I was never back on like those moments that were like, yo, all the family's here.
Yeah.
15 years. Like they looked at me like I was like, whoa, well, you're like a fucking ghost.
Yeah.
And it really made me go like, man, what the fuck was I doing?
That is, and I'm trying to realize that right now because that might haunt me forever. Because
It will. I'm telling you it will. I'm me. I did it. I did it.
And
you can't take that time back.
And I think it's beautiful now. Like you're with sometimes I'll come over here and you're with your mom. And
Yeah, no,
she's here. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, like I cherish those moments when I go home and I walk to the coffee shop from my house with my mom, or I play video games with my brother, or I get to work out, and even on the drive to the gym, talk to my sister and see my stepdad and enjoy a movie with him, go home and see my dad for, we cook together, whatever. It's like, I don't want that to end. I don't want to miss that. And that scares me a little bit.
Bro, I went home on this last Christmas and I went to all the places that like as a child I would go to, and I had the craziest perspective shift. Like walked all the same places that I would walk. I walked like the little line that I would walk to school when I would like walk down the street and walk over to the school. Moments I would like, there was an area where I would like go and like cry about my life and like where, why is my life this way every morning after buying like a bagel with like bacon and cream cheese because that was like my favorite thing to eat. I went to the same bagel shop. I walked the same line and I looked at it and I was like, what the fuck? It gave me crazy perspective on my life. But it further reinforced the idea that like, man, to everyone listening, I just wish that I took more time and, I'm not fucking dead, right? Obviously, but I wish I took more time to go and like, just stop and go, man, my life's fucking amazing. I am so fucking grateful for what I have. I've only started doing that the last like 5 years of my life, man.
And I think the whole first year and a half of, and we've probably done it for 2 years, the year and a half of YouTube, it's like you're lost in it. And that's why I was like, okay, you guys are right. You and Steiny saying, yo, enjoy it, this. Because just as the last 6 months, I'm like, I want to step back and enjoy it. I don't want to be stressed out all the time. I don't want to worry about a million. I don't want to take on life with people I don't love and trust.
Yeah.
And I've kind of just made that decision in the last 6 months. It's hard. It's very hard still because there's a million things that have to be done all the time. And the money, the team, the pressure, whatever we all just fucking talked about. It's like that takes away from enjoying some of the moments, but I really want to enjoy this life. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm proud of you, man. For real. Like, I love to see the success. Congrats on the fucking Prime shit. Like, congrats on everything you're doing.
Thank you.
Because it's just like, I straight up saw you in the fucking trenches, filming content, behind the scenes. No one knew your name except for the people who were there. And like, to see where you're at now and what you're building is like, it's fucking surreal to see. Because I've done it in my own way over so many years. But then to see you go from like there to here is just like the coolest thing ever for me, man. Because I've had so many. I remember we did that first pod. We must have been super fucking drunk,
bro. I didn't know. No, we weren't drunk. We were sober. No, we were sober.
No. The very first time we did a pod.
Oh my god, the Steve Judd me pod, bro.
Yes.
You had me black the fuck. You took me to Moxie's and just kept giving me double shots of tequila.
Because you were like, I'm kind of nervous. I don't know what to say. It was it's so fucking
Nothing's
funny.
changed. Still get nervous on the pods.
It's so funny because it's so like opposite of who you are now today. Like you get on camera like that now.
I can do that. Yeah, but not on the podcast all the time. Podcast has never changed for me.
I guess it's a little bit of a different medium.
It's different, but I'm like an on the go guy. But yes, on the vlogs, it's like, I feel like that was like that from day one. It was Steiny said it. He like, I remember when he first saw me on Salim's channel, he's like, you just go on and you're the same person. I don't know how to, like, I play me. So sometimes you got to amp it up because you're tired or
it's just
this situation amped up.
Yeah.
The situation happened or whatever. But it's like I feel like you're in your natural habitat when you're on the pod. You love it.
Yeah, I do.
It's the same thing with like our videos. It's like when you know you're going to make this like beautiful video and you don't know what's going to happen, but you kind of have an idea. And it's like you create this mold, this beautiful thing that's so raw. It's like, it's crazy seeing that what that outcome is. And then, because you never know what's going to happen in a vlog. You really never know. Sure, you might have like some sort of plan, an idea of like what you want to film, but it turns into something and it's just so fun and exhilarating and creating these moments and the reaction that the audience has of.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think was the scariest moment you've ever had on a vlog? If anything scary ever happened? Or you're just
in what sense of like
were you like oh what the fuck?
Like this is so real?
Yeah, or this is bad, or I don't know if we're gonna put this in, or like something that was like.
I still say this till today. If you go on my YouTube channel and you watch the video, Sky Bree wants to have my babies. This video is just like so me navigating YouTube and my personal life for real. that like that's what happened. And it's truthfully just like I'm like single and on YouTube and there's this girl I connected with, like Skylar. Like, what the fuck is going on?
You sounded like Logan Paul for a second there.
Really?
That was weird, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. That was weird.
We're becoming the same person.
What the fuck? Prime. It's the prime.
Yeah. But looking back at that video, it was like, dude, that like me and Alex still talk about it today. We shot just him and me. This is back when Brad was in college and I just met him, and it was this like roller coaster of emotions in real life, and I'm really freaking out in real life. Like I'm on the road, I'm doing the YouTube, just starting out, and I had a past like fling with Skylar, and she calls me, and she's just like, I saw you're in my home state, and she's like, I want to fly in to see you. I'm like, I never stopped loving her through like when we were past fling on whatever, and she comes but I'm also balancing being single and like doing YouTube and taking on this new chapter of my life that I never thought would be possible. And it's just such a raw video. And it was scary. It was exciting. It was crazy. That, and then, the 1 million sub video was just it was so much that like, those are one of those moments I don't think I've still processed. Like even the team coming together and getting this watch for me, like that's crazy to me that they would come together to get me that. Like, that's a lot of money they put in. Yeah. Like all of us are like, we put everything back in the videos. Everyone's all in, like to really come together and all put in for this. It's like, dude, I couldn't stop crying. Like it was like to have like a team and family like that is insane. But we're giving stuff away. We're getting people proposed. Like they were real moments that mean something in people's real life. Yeah. And I think when those moments happen, it's like,
those are the best videos.
They're the best, but it's like I almost can't like after the fact, after we do it, it's like it's hard for me to like process sometimes. And like I'm so happy we did it and we do it, and we're all so passionate planning it and finding the right people. But it's like, dude, that is just, I know, sometimes it's hard. I think sometimes it's hard to live in the moment. It's hard to process what's actually happening. Yeah. And when you take a step out of all of it, you just like, you just want to chill and live life, man.
Yeah.
Like, I want to come back and play video games. I want to come back and chill with the girl who loves me so much and who's there for me. And like, you know what I mean? I want to go back and sit around my fireplace with my mom and have a long ass talk. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like.
Do you make time for that?
I have so much more since I started YouTube. I'm on my own time.
Yeah.
And I have to be disciplined to say I've made it such like living that life of grinding 24/7 on someone else's time and not allowed to go home. And I wasn't allowed to go home to see my sister's graduation. And like, to me, that was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, so now like.
Those had to be the things that really push you to be like, I got to do this my own way. Those had to be the main things.
There was a time where there was a moment as I was doing YouTube where I had to make this decision. This is crazy. I remember the call. I had the call of like, dude, What do you mean you're not going to come back and edit the podcast? What do you mean you're not going to come back and edit vlog?
Yeah.
I had to say with $3,000, I had 18,000, eventually got to 3,000 because I took the risk on something else. But there was a part in my wallet of walking away from a paycheck and having no money and being like, nah, I'm just going to bet on myself and like say I can do this. But it was a split decision where I for a second in my head, for 1 second, I was like, maybe I should just go back to be an editor. Like maybe I should just take what they're saying. I got to go back and I got to go edit, you know. Steve's channel's done, like got deleted. Like I should go back and be an editor. And
for NELK. For NELK. Yeah.
And then I was just like, you know, thank you so much for everything, for the time, and I appreciate everything. I learned so much. It was amazing. It was love. But I gotta go. And it was the craziest, biggest moment of my life. Is I had the call of saying, hey, you don't think Steve's channel is coming back? Like, you know, there's not a job there anymore. Like he doesn't have a channel. Like, you can't film for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come back and edit this. Put it back on the podcast, go back to this. In my head, I'm like, bro, I can't go backwards. I've always had this rule in my head: don't take steps backwards.
Yeah.
And I so long wanted to be out of that office. And
what gave you the hope to be like, nah, I'm gonna bet. Like I'm gonna take this bet on myself.
There was a time when I was with Steve, and Steve really, you know, was supportive of my goals and my own dreams. He knew I wanted to kind of do content. He knew I like was into the music shit. And I started just filming my own YouTube videos. I never put them out. I'd post some clips. I'd post clips, and it wouldn't really do anything. But Salim kind of, I think, saw what I was doing, and he's like, I think he was motivated by seeing me like go and do my own thing, and he wanted to start his own channel. And he started his own channel, and he asked me to be a part of it. And we did one video of being like the lover boy, and it was the first time anywhere on YouTube we had this group of guys going to get girls and showing it.
Yeah.
And we did it, and there was a clip of me and a girl and talking about all of it, and I saw, it was like where I, for the first time, saw what my thing could be, and realizing where my strong suit was and where people took a reaction of supporting it and getting value out of it, but also entertainment. And when I saw that and I got that call, I was like, this is something that puts a spark in my eye. I could either bury that and wonder forever, or I could go after it. And a very close friend of mine, shout out Adrian. You know Adrian.
I love Adrian.
I talked to him, and he's like, if you want to do this and you really want to do this, you have to be okay to going back to living out of your car. You have to be okay with going back to being broke and having nothing. And it took me, and for so long he would tell me that, because I always wanted to do my own YouTube. He knew I always wanted to do it. And he told me for so long to just fucking do it. And it took me to actually being pushed to nothing and having a split decision that's either this or being an editor forever and doing that.
Being broke or being an editor.
Which is okay. The editor job is amazing. It's great pay, great people you're working with, amazing things you're doing. That's okay. But it's not what I wanted. And what I would always want that thing that I saw sparked up right there. And I just on the phone said, I can't do it. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And the reaction was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It was like, you're delusional. And I was. They're in every right to think that I was fucking delusional.
You have to be.
And that's what my managers now, who are so amazing and who've created this whole business and have changed my whole business and everything, they know I'm fucking delusional, and they know that's what drives me every day to do the fucking crazy impossible. And I want to do that in content, who we work with, everything we accomplish on this channel, what we do with Prime. What we do with fucking Prime is going to be fucking insane. Is this delusional mindset that drives me every day. And I know I'm never going to fucking stop. I'm never going to get comfortable. Some people, all these people in our chats, Nick, please don't stop posting. Please don't get comfortable. Please, blah, blah, keep posting every week. We're going to keep posting. We're never going to stop because I'm fucking insane. And my team knows I'm insane. They all say you're fucking crazy. My manager would call me and be like, dude, you are fucking insane, but But you know, it's took a couple times for me to say some crazy shit that's going to happen. And they think, no way, no fucking way it's going to happen. And it happens.
Yeah.
I've talked about Logan for so long. I've talked about so many things on our channel for so long. Like there was a time where I got asked to do this like crazy big podcast and I said no for my own personal reasons. And I was like, but I want to do this. I want to do Impulsive. They're like, well, that's not happening. Like it's not here on the table. Like, but then it happened 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
It is, but I don't know why. I don't understand it. But I just realized you have to go with what you love and what you believe in. And I don't know. I literally could have easily, I swear to God, been in a fucking cardboard box, or maybe I couldn't because this is how I think. And if you, I don't know.
No, you, dude. So I guess the thing that I really want to understand, and for the people listening who are like, obviously love you, right? Because a lot of those people are here right now for the watching at this point. That idea of being delusional and going for it anyways, how did you learn that? And like, how did you
I was
really
always
embody
like that.
So how did, so okay.
I was everyone from my high school, from my middle school, from my college, everyone saw me like that. I used to get, there was a Twitter page that would make fun of me because I was trying to start a production company, and it started with interviewing people who've been successful in their industry, and I would post it everywhere and people thought I was fucking insane.
So it's just how you've been.
That's how I've been.
So do you think then there are just certain people that are just built like that? Like for like, in other words, like are some people just destined for certain success or not?
No. I think anyone, I really truly believe anyone can do it.
You just have to find out what it is for them. Because I think there's so much distraction nowadays where people go, this is for me, but they think it's for them because they see it working for someone else.
Oh my, can I actually comment on that? There are so many people who I think have seen what we've done and tried to recreate it. And I wish I could tell them.
I've been there.
What?
You know, I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there for years. Go ahead.
But, and I see it not work.
Yeah.
Like, because that's like, whatever it may be, like, the reason why it works is I have this own vision, like, sure, from the rom-coms, all this thing I've built up my entire life of how I want to do it and learning the way I did, working for people I did, learn how I want to morph and form it all. It works because I have this vision. But I think, for some people, they have to figure out what, like you said, what works for them and use their vision. Not try to, you can't, sure, you can recreate some things and make it your own version of it, but you can't directly, I think sometimes you can't directly copy something.
Right.
You have to do something that works for you. Because what works for me isn't going to work for everyone.
Yeah.
Parts of it will, aspects of it will, and you can take from it what will work for you and you can learn from it. But like I'm not like, here, let's just say I worked for NELK. I'm not doing pranks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's them.
Yeah.
Like,
So how would you tell the person who's listening, this is how you figure out what works for you?
You know what? I want to say, sometimes you have to have good friends who point it out to you. And I still remember like when I was with NELK, like Kyle would tell me, you go up to the girl, that's your thing. He's like, that's your thing. You got to go talk to her.
Fuck, I remember that.
Yeah. And because I always want to talk, I always wanted to say, there was a girl that passed by us, I'd always want to go say something. If I was,
dude, I remember this.
And then Salim was like, yo, I want to take you out. And I just want you to be, Salim figured out on camera how to for me to be me on camera. Yeah. And how to get this comfortability of me being me. And I would go in the setting and I would do me and then I was able, and then once I figured out how to be me, I was able to create stories and I was able to create a movie. I was able to create real life and all these different aspects around it. I was able to use my imagination as big as it could fucking be. This is where I'm so thankful and so blessed because everything I've thought of, I've somehow been able to do. And I've now this world tour about to do, I have this big vision behind it. I have a movie trailer behind it that I'm envisioning. I'm envisioning all the travels and connecting in cultures that I never thought I'd be able, and I'm hoping that it comes to life as I've always thought of, and now I have this opportunity to do it, and it's everything I've ever dreamed of, and all because I had an idea from day one. Why'd I even move to LA? Because I had an idea of what I've thought about this for years.
Yeah. Have there ever been any things that you envisioned like that just completely didn't work?
Yet. He'll tell. I wish he was still here because he saw my goal sheet at Steve's house of crazy things that are written on there.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't turn out exactly how I thought they would, but I think there'll be some form of it. I wrote something crazy on my goal sheet. You know what should I tell you? I don't know. Should I say this?
Yeah.
I wrote that I want to, there were 4 things. Help Steve will do it, change the world. I was so invested in Steve's channel. Like,
Yeah.
I was there dude, I would have never, if the channel didn't get deleted, I would have been there because he was helping so many people, doing so many great things.
Yeah.
It was amazing to be a part of it. But I also had, I had Help Steve will do it, change the world. I have the biggest YouTube channel on the platform. Personally.
Yeah.
Number 1 on YouTube.
Yeah. It's huge.
I'm just kidding.
No, you are number 1 vlogger right now.
We are the number 1.
There's no one doing it.
Yeah. Anyways, have a mainstream song, a mainstream song become like one of the biggest platinum records. Haven't done that either. And become a professional soccer player.
That's the hardest one. That's the hardest one.
And I will tell you, I'm not even gonna comment on that. God damn. Bro, I play soccer every day. I played against pros. I played against D1 players. I think that one was a little too, like, they're fucking good.
No, they're fucking,
And
soccer's different.
I'm standing there with my fucking hand in my pants like, dude, these guys are fucking amazing and I got nothing on them.
They're fucking good.
Now I'll play my heart out. I'm competitive. I hate fucking losing. I've stood in some of these like games where like they have all these ex-pros or ex-D1 players and I can't keep up. But
Yeah. It's different.
But I do think there's space. I want to take a lot of like my like brand and I love soccer. I play it every day. I'm so passionate about it. I want to take a step into that world.
Yeah.
And I think there's so much positivity and culture in that world that I'm excited to step into.
Best soccer player ever, Messi or Ronaldo? Ronaldo recently said he thought it was him.
I think it's Ronaldo too. Bro, he is incredible. My highlights on TikTok right now are all soccer stuff. There's this really, I can't remember his name. He's really famous. Really, Alex, my filmer, loves him. Him and I both love soccer. He's just like the way he moves. It's.
Is he a newer guy?
Should I pull it up really quick?
Yeah. Newer guy, younger guy?
No, he's been in the game. I have it saved on my TikTok.
How did I not know about this soccer thing for longer? I don't know why I didn't know about this.
I've played my entire life. I've never been like amazing or anything, but I love it. I'm an athlete, but I'm not like, I don't think I'm amazing. I've never been like the best kid on my team or anything.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, Mbappe.
Oh, Mbappe.
Bro, he is incredible. I went on like a spree of like watching his.
Is he on France?
Dude.
Okay, what team does he play
so
for?
popular. I should know this, but I don't.
I should know that too.
I don't even know.
What team is he on?
But I remember I brought him up to Alex the other day, and he's just like, "How do you not know him?" Like,
Oh, Madrid.
Dude, he's
nuts.
He's incredible, bro. Watching him play. It's like he's probably one of the best soccer players ever.
Currently.
Like, yeah, he's amazing. He's incredible. Watching his shit is like insane. So, anyways, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good.
We're just drunk, like just.
No,
are we yapping?
Yeah, but that's the point. That's
Okay,
a podcast.
I feel like I've just been yapping. I don't know.
No, but that's what they want, man. I mean, dude, that's what it's about. Like, it's a different way to connect with the audience.
You want to try the prime?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll
Yeah,
try.
try it. It's really good. Everyone says this is like the new best flavor. Like the
So Logan's got to send me some stuff, man.
I know. We need to get you taken care of.
What the hell? Send some to the
We
gym.
decided
Man.
prime. We gotta get you taken care of.
Send some to the gym, man. Dream Pop. I wish it was cold. I like energy drinks cold.
It was cold. We've been here for so long. What time is it?
Oh my god.
Are you being serious?
It tastes like a what? You know this? Well, yeah. When it's
I have a game at 8.
Oh, you have to leave. This tastes like the popsicle with the orange like cream.
Yes,
popsicle.
it is so fucking good.
It's good. It's very good.
Everyone at my house says this is their favorite flavor.
I would have liked to have it cold though, for sure.
I love this. I love what's this one called? Dripsicle. This is the one before I signed. This is the one I would drink. I was like, actually buy.
That's like the ice cream.
Yeah, I feel like you've had this at your gym before.
Yeah, we've had it. We've had it.
Yeah,
before.
that's the one I would buy. Like,
They would send. They used to send it to me.
Yeah, this one tastes amazing.
Stop
I
sending
love
it to me. What the fuck?
I drink it every morning.
After the fight, I think you just stopped sending it to me. It's fucked up. God,
God.
sad, huh?
What was the reason why you guys didn't film it? Just wondering. Just from like talking shit, let's just fucking do this man to man.
Yeah, because that was the whole point.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of what I was saying. The whole thing was like, because it was weird. It was like it went back a while, and then he randomly was like, "Yo, I'm here," and I was like, "Fuck it." He's like, "I'm doing a pod." He was like, had me on a pod on a FaceTime. So like, he was like, you could tell it was like, so I couldn't pussy out, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, we'll just do it tomorrow." I had no time to prepare, but it is what it is. I said it, so of course I'm gonna fucking be a man of my word and do it. But I definitely needed more cardio.
Was it his idea not to do it on camera or your?
No, it was mine. Because I said originally the whole thing was like he was referencing a tweet about just like no can. Because my tweet was saying like I don't give a fuck about content, this or that. You know.
I would love to see it on camera. Like
yeah, so would a lot of people.
Maybe it's
Logan's dope, man. I gotta say, there's no disrespect. Like
Bro.
That was a cool moment. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. 100%.
Dude, he's a man. Like whatever he says, I feel like he's gonna do. Like, not. I know I love him to death, and
I mean, look at his life.
That
makes sense.
Like, dude, they have him and Jake have overcome a lot of controversy.
Fucking, bro, these guys were 100% pioneers of this space.
Yeah,
no denying that. No denying what they've done, and where they both are is fucking insane, man. I mean, these guys are on. They're good. They're for sure on track to become billionaires before they die. 100%. Both of them, which is like pretty fucking nuts if you think about it. Because I remember going to parties with them, like back in like when Jake would throw parties at his house and a few parties at Logan's house, like still amazing, fucking probably $9 million house then, right? This is years later. And this guy, you know, I don't know what the fuck they have. They probably got it all, but what they've done as far as like marketing and promotion is different.
Marketing geniuses.
Different. There's no denying that. Because they definitely get a bunch of shit. They get a ton of hate all the time. But it kind of comes with that territory.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think they know how to sell things. They know how to market things.
100%.
But yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's
that was fun.
insane.
I was saying I had fun. It was a good time. So Jake was going to fight Canelo. Like actually.
Yeah, I saw all of this shit.
Yeah.
Jake was smart to like come at him. Shoot. So is it not going to happen now?
It's he signed some other fight with some like Middle Eastern like what's that thing called?
Isn't he fighting? Who's the guy? Dylan Dennis or something?
No, KSI is fighting.
Oh, KSI is fighting Dylan Dennis. Okay.
Canelo's fighting some other professional boxer.
Yeah. So it sounds like he leveraged the thing with Jake to get someone else that he wanted.
Yeah, that sounds like what had happened. And then
is it crazy to say that I think Jake has a shot
with Canelo?
Yeah.
I mean, bro, like I think no matter how that fight goes,
it would be entertaining.
The best thing, I mean, for if this is the thing about that fight, right? Every other fight that Jake had, if he lost, a lot of people would be like, that kind of sucks. Like what? If he lost to Canelo, everyone's gonna be like, well, of course it's Canelo.
But if he won.
But exactly. The payoff if he won, the biggest thing in the world, like you can't even put there's not even a number. Like if he'd probably make 50 million just for that fight. But what it would do for him as an individual is like, it's nuts. Like, so I totally
Here's the thing.
Trying to take that fight.
All these people say this is rigged, that's rigged. I don't know any of that shit, whatever.
Bro, these boys can fight.
Yes.
There's no denying that.
Yes, they can fight. Dude, they're complete athletes.
Yeah.
But let's just say he beats Canelo.
Bro,
that's not rigged. You can't say a fucking thing about it being rigged.
No.
Because that guy, Canelo's not throwing a fucking fight. Like,
fuck no, he's not. That's his whole fucking, that's his legacy.
It's embarrassment if he loses.
It's his legacy. He would never throw that fight.
He's
which I'm saying, if Jake fought that fight and won that fight, it'd be the fucking, we live in a simulation.
Do you think Jake could win?
Jake is bigger. Jake is taller. Could he win? Let's
say you had to bet money on it. You had to bet 50K.
If I had to bet,
yeah.
If I had to bet, I would bet Canelo. Because there's so much built up. Like, dude, this guy's he is that. Like, he is his whole life a boxer, and that's why I would bet against Jake in that situation.
Hurt? Do you think it hurts Jake's career if he loses to Canelo?
No. I think it only that lose or win. Obviously, win is like he's fucking the biggest thing in the world at that time. If he loses, it's like, yeah, of course he lost. It's Canelo.
Do you think the fight has any chance of still happening?
Eventually, yeah, I think so. Because there's so much money there. Because that fight, and they've already proven with the whole Netflix thing how much the value of viewership and people want to see this guy lose. Like, he has that value. Motherfucker just bought a plane, apparently. You seen that shit?
Yeah,
Crazy.
I did see that. He bought his own plane.
Crazy.
That is insane.
And I think what's gonna happen, because I saw like Jake and Logan are doing that. I thought they were fighting, but it was like a reality show.
Yeah, they're marketing the.
I wonder if they
I think
ever,
they still would.
I wonder if they ever do that, because that would also be massive. That'd be huge.
Whose corner are you standing in?
Well, after mine and Logan's, I would have to stand in Logan's. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'd be in any corner. I'd probably just be watching, to be honest.
What if you had to be in a corner?
If I had to pick one?
Just making you say it.
I don't know. What I think is going to happen is I think Jake will eventually get that fight with Canelo, and I think Logan will get a fight with McGregor.
Oh my God.
That's what I think is going to happen in the long run. And either one, win or lose,
Isn't like Logan
way bigger.
than McGregor?
Logan's huge. Yeah. He's also jacked as fuck.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus Christ.
He pulled up and I was like, this motherfucker.
Yeah, you're like, oh, shit, here we go. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I know.
I'll never forget. He was like, you want to do gloves or not? I was like, nah, we're just going to do fists. Fuck it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Were you guys punching each other?
Yeah.
Like in the face?
No, in the fucking shoulder. Yeah.
Oh
bro. Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
I thought it was like wrestling each other.
No.
It was like full out fist fight. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. I gassed.
He was just wailing on you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I gassed, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah.
We got to see this.
Yeah. It's not there.
A prime event near you.
I turned off the cameras and everything. I turned off security cameras, everything. Man of my word. Man of my word.
That's good.
But yeah, dude, I think what they've done is just like genius. It's different. Like they've made themselves, and I think like you could probably do the same sort of thing. Like they made themselves like essentially mainstream celebrities.
They're so mainstream. They're huge.
Which is so cool because to see it from the progression of like, I remember back in the day when you did YouTube and people were looking at you like, you a fucking loser. Like,
Really?
what the fuck is this? Yeah, people were like, it's this, you're not gonna go anywhere with this. Like the perception of it was like, what is this? Now every fucking organization, everything is like media, all these production companies are all like, oh, this is it. This is the future. I mean, now they're talking like short form content. They're even doing like short form like soap operas. Like everything is going towards clips and going towards the internet. Like everything is moving.
I mean,
that direction.
I've seen Mr. B say that he truly believes that YouTube will be around forever and it's the future.
It is, dude. There's no doubt. Like this YouTube thing, this content creator thing, like old celebrityism is like dead, dude. Because like think about even what happened with the whole election thing, and not to get political at all, but like, you know, you have all these A-list celebrities being like, vote, 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 and no one cares. Like it's proving the times.
But they listen to the
They
YouTubers. Or
listen,
the creators.
Yeah,
the
they listen to people that they feel close to.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
A-list celebrities never had that because they were just people that those are the only people you saw. Now you see so many people, but like you're way more engaged with them, which is why you have your success, which is why I have my success, right? It's like they feel closer to you because you tell real stories about your real life and you're like really involved and you're talking to the camera, you're speaking to them, like you're engaging with them, you're inviting them on, you know, come to the frat party thing with me, whatever it is. That never happened with A-list celebrities, and like that's a production. They're just a story. They're just a figure to you. That shit's dead, dude. The next 10 years, it's gonna die even more, and you're gonna see more creators, and whether it be like streaming platform movies or videos or rom-coms. That's like where you should go eventually. Start doing some like Mark Wahlberg rom-com shit, you know?
Bro, it'd be awesome to be in a
You
rom-com.
could do that.
I'm telling you, I do truthfully want to be in like a rom-com.
That's
movie
the
one day.
future. That's the future. That's gonna happen.
I always want to do content. It's so like, bro, it's so freeing, and it's so.
Bro, you remember when I first told you? I was like, "Yo, you got something." The same way I told you that then, I'm telling you this now. I would bet money you're in a rom-com someday.
That's awesome.
It does well and it's popping on fucking whatever Netflix, because Netflix is the go to fucking streaming now. I believe that.
I would love to just play myself in a rom-com.
That'd be sick.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, you'll do it, man.
I hope so.
But I just
Manifest
want to
it.
say, man, like, dude, I'm fucking proud of you, like, genuinely.
Thank
I know
you.
I said that when Steiny was here, but I want to reiterate that again with just you. What you've done is amazing, man. And I've seen it from the fucking floor up. So it's like, it's cool to just even be a part of it in whatever way, whether it's
You
a
are part of it.
podcast. And I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, and I'm grateful that like we've got a friendship.
I'm very thankful for our friendship.
And you are a real one. You are a loyal one, because there's moments and there's things, and I know there's certain situations and there's certain people that would push you here or push you there at the spite of me. And you could have moved in certain directions at spite of me, because a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people in some situations, like, you know, don't like me. And you always stayed true. You've always been loyal. And I just want to say thank you.
Dude.
For real.
I mean, you don't even need to thank me. I'm appreciative of our friendship. I think, you know, dude, I was like a not a scared little kid, but like I didn't know anything in this industry. No one was coming to back me up. Like I was like, okay, we got to do this and we got to do this on our own. And sure, we did it. But, you know, you were the only person who came and was like, I see what you're doing. I see you. Why don't you come on here? And dude, I had fucking, what, 40K on the gram. I wasn't like popping. Like you just brought me here and told my story and saw what this was turning into way ahead. And sure, some people even saw it, but you were someone who was willing to like put your name on it. And that meant a lot to me. Like no one did that. No one gave flowers or like even just acknowledged it or like us scrambling, trying to figure it out. Like you told the story.
Yeah.
That I didn't even, you know, when we did that podcast, I didn't even realize that was happening. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I was like, Brad asked me to, like, I gotta go do it. Like, yeah, hell yeah, this is awesome. And I didn't even know what I was doing.
Yeah, it's cool.
And
hindsight.
And looking back, that's why I'm so appreciative because you could have taken it any way you wanted to. You know what I mean? You really could have. And I didn't know what I was doing. And you just showed the truth and the love and shined a great light on it. And that meant a lot to me. And I'll always remember that. Because not a lot of people will do that.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me. So thank you.
I love you, brother. You're a great dude. And thank you so much for coming on again, for real. You're the man.
Let's go.
So, subscribe to the channel every Tuesday. I love you guys. We'll be back next Tuesday. Yeah, man. You're him.
You're him.
You're him, dude. For real.
Who's the guy in The Hangover? Who's the smooth guy? Fuck. It's not Zach Galifianakis. Bradley Cooper. Bro, sometimes you sound like and remind me of Bradley Cooper.
Because of my name?
No, I didn't even think about that. But like you would talk like him sometimes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's a compliment. I think he's doing really well.
Maybe we'll be in a rom-com together.
That'd be dope.
That'd be amazing.
I want to get into movies. That's what I'm working on right now.
Dude, you should.
I swear that's what I'm working on.
You should.
I am.
You'd be great.
I'm doing it, bro.
Let's go. You're the next Rock.
That'd be sick. I got to get in wrestling. Maybe I can challenge Logan to a wrestling match. WWE.
That's what I thought happened.
No. No, that was just like street beef for real.
That is awesome.
He was about it. I was about it. But yeah, man, it's blessing for real. Really, really, really grateful for you, man.
I'm grateful for you
Proud of
too.
your success.
Thank you.
So much more to come. If I could ever help, you already know I'm here.
Same here.
Cool. Thank you, brother.
Love you.